All right, guys. Appreciate all you tuning in. Apologies I couldn't do the Brahmas-Panthers game. That is still going on right now. It's 26-23, and we might as well call the end of this game before Defenders Battlehawks starts, because that game's on the same channel, and I don't think that's going to start until this game is done over on ABC at Ford Field. So we got 26-23 Michigan with the lead, and San Antonio is at midfield in that one. Again, appreciate all you guys tuning in. My name is Gary. Now, if you've never been to a JJ Live stream for how it works like this, fire away with the chat with any questions you might have. I'll be happy to answer anything and everything. Any donation, get your question right away. Otherwise, I just go in the order that I see them. Vote in that poll. Who do you think wins this game, Battlehawks or the Defenders? Again, apologies I couldn't do the Brahmas game earlier today, or the entirety of it, which is probably because my voice, my back, I wasn't feeling good when I was waking up this morning. So, feel a lot better now, so we should be good to go. Mon takes the snap, 4 wide, out route. That ball is caught for a first down at the 41-yard line. That will be enough for a first down for the Brahmas. So, appreciate all you guys tuning in for this stream. We're going to do the Defenders Battlehawks game once that starts. How's it going, Red Rhino? How's it going, Jake, Kevin, NKC, Keller? Ooh, Nance's best Masters call. Oh, man. And Tiger won in 2019. That was pretty good. And Tiger won 2019. Let's go, Matthew. Everything Sports. How's it going, everyone? First and 10. Mon looks. Another out route. That ball is caught. He is not in bounds. He did not get out of bounds, so they got to get up and spike the ball quickly. Kirkland could not get out of bounds. They got to spike this ball quickly. 8, 7, 6. Got to spike it now. 5. Spike it with 4. 3 seconds left. They're going to try a 53-yard field goal. That was the right call on the out route. In your life has to be the winner. And that's going to send destroying up 53 yards for OT. If he hits this, we got overtime for the first time all season. If he doesn't, San Antonio drops to 0-3. Here we go. From 53 yards, destroying Shanks it wide left. Michigan wins. A thriller. How's it going, Zippy? How's it going, Roll Tide? Destroying Shanks the kick. He was 3 for 3 on the day, but the fourth time is not the charm. Michigan wins 26-23. They go to 2-1 in the USFL conference. The Brahmas drop to 0-3. Joining Memphis as the only 0-3 teams in the league. A great game, a great finisher from the over 11,000 fans in attendance at Ford Field. And with that in mind, now we can call this game between the Defenders and the Battlehawks. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. Again, vote on that poll you think wins. Again, any donation also counts toward you make the call. You're going to help me decide which game we're calling. Are we calling tomorrow night Braves, Jays? Are we calling Giants, Phils? Or are we calling Red Sox, Rays? He died. He took his own life. So the thing with that, he took his own life. Hive one and Grant, can I do a home and home and go into the game? Thinks absolutely. Absolutely, I am. Absolutely on that one. Brahms going 0-10. I don't know. Mon looked a lot better today. Mon looked a lot better, so I don't know if they're going 0-10. Yeah, obviously the big news today, Kyron Lacey took his own life right before the NFL draft. Lacey, might remember a few weeks ago, he was involved in a negligent hit and run, and he was set to face a jury, was set to face a maximum of 5 years in prison, and took his own life before the proceedings were going to start sometime this week. So just a tragic situation, tragic all the way around for everyone involved. Resave Stern and Fox, I did see that. Really want Sky to win. He's at 400 right now. He's at 400. Shambo's at -11. Denver gets 4 with a win, 5 with a loss, and a Utah. Wow, that's a lot of scenarios. I'm not sure how Lacey would have gotten drafted after everything that happened, because he was going to go to jail. It's a sad situation all the way around. Number 1 son of the day, Sunday with a chance of getting replaced. Ooh. March 67. Oh, I got nothing on this one. I'm just going to guess. Get ready. I have no idea. Johnster with a 5er. Which game do you want to get you on the call for? Fact or fiction? If the UFL folds in the next 5 years, at least one team will transfer into the NFL. I think fiction, but I think what could happen is they buy the rights to the Battlehawks name. I could see that potentially, that the NFL buys the rights to the Battlehawks name, expands back into St. Louis, and does that. I could see that. Sure, at 9 for the Saints, I think so. I'm not sure who's going to take him between 1 through 8. Give me the Tampa game. Get you on the Tampa game. Again, today's the last day for you to make the call. We're going to do this game and the Cubs-Dodgers game later tonight. They show remorse. It didn't seem like it. It didn't seem from any indication that he was showing remorse. But obviously it was weighing on him. At least the consequences were weighing on him. Yeah, crazy ending to the Michigan game. All right, here we go. DC getting the ball to start. 82% you riding with the Battlehawks to win in the Dome. Winner of this game goes to 3-0. Love it, now you got with the Supremes. Oh, wow. Kickoff here. And here we go. DC fielding it at the 2-yard line. Taking it out to the 20. 25 up the middle down to the 31-yard line. So that's where Jordan Teamu and company are going to start this drive. One of these teams will become the only 3-0 team in the league. Following Arlington's loss against Birmingham on Friday. Who do I think wins the Masters? I said after the first day it was going to be DeChambeau. What player of the Eagles Steelers here? Oh, I have no idea on that. I have no clue. We'll see how the draft board plays out. I'm going to do a lot of scouting tonight after this is done. First down at the 31-yard line for Teamu. It's not the best season so far. It's been very inaccurate, relatively speaking. Just 29 for 63 on the year, 46% completion. Handoff gets done, but we have a flag on the play. So first play, we have a flag. After that run, he gets no yards. Freedom. Making the tackle there. Again, we got the Cubs-Dodgers game later today. Yeah, Grassi back in the States. If GPS tomorrow while sports started, anything major happened in the NFL, I was gone. Yeah, it was really nothing until what happened today. Yeah, 11,000 Panthers. Panthers are doing a good job getting people in the seats. They've really done a good job with the promotion and the marketing blitz, especially after Jake Bates. They've done a very good job. They've done a very good job. Westo is crazy at work. Ooh. Oh, boy. All right, here we go. 1st and 15 after the illegal formation, so wipe off the 0-yard run. Teamu under center, 2 at the bottom of the screen, 1 at the top. Teamu. St. Louis, did they jump? They did not. They stayed behind the line the entire time, and it goes to Smith. Smith will get a gain of 2 down to the 28-yard line. Flag on the play, though, here. Third game for the next Panthers game. Ooh. How can Michigan Panthers be called the Panthers if the NFL is a team called the Panthers? It's named after the USFL team from back in the 1980s. And the Carolina Panthers were not a thing back then. There's no brand confusion there. I think so, Kevin, on that one. Could Akron beat Oklahoma State? I would say no on that. I would say yes. Offside on the play. So, 1st and 10. Sloppy start today. Yeah, good ticket director there, yep. But I definitely think so, because obviously his mental health, obviously, if you have good mental health, if you're not taking your own life in a situation like that. It's just a tragic situation all the way around. Yeah, he prepared a video for Rodgers and still has not been able to upload the video. Fire away, I can see. Fire away. 2 at the bottom of the screen, 1 at the top. Clipper. I mean, just the whole situation's a mess right now, the Western Conference. The handoff here, Smith, nothing doing. The first play that counts. It's going to be a loss of 3, maybe 4. Travis Feeney on the stop of the 27-yard line. DC coming off that win against Memphis. Only averaged 3.6 yards per carry that game. Smith, 55 yards on 16 carries, and they're going backwards to start this drive. 2nd and 13, 3 at the bottom, 1 at the top of the screen. Ball to 28, Teamu. That pass is tipped to the line, incomplete. Nice job there coming in on block. This is Travis Feeney. Oh, he was directly with the Dragons. Oh, and they did really well. Go to California. That's very nice. Best offense and defense so far in the UFL. I mean, right now, offensively, I've got to take the Battlehawks right now. Defensively, honestly, Roughnecks don't look bad defensively. The Roughnecks do not look bad defensively. I might go with the Renegades on that one. Feeney. There was no R. I'd say no on that one, Zippy. NFL doing an honorary draft selection for Lacey? I can't see it. I think considering his past, I'm not sure they would do it. Over the middle of the field, the 35-yard line. That ball is caught, but it will be a quick 3 and out. Briley Moore on the grab, gain of 8. And that will be 4th and 6, and they'll have to punt this ball away. So a good start here for the Battlehawks defense. I mean, it's at the end of the day, like the thing with this video chat and stream. Ooh, all right. Oh, let's do it. All right. So at the end of the day, I don't think they would do an honorary selection for... They've only done it a few times. They've only done honorary a few times. Punt fielded at the 17-yard line. Trying to cut upside to the 20 and down to the 23. Air out to the Saints. Fiction on that. They don't have the cap space. It's going to be the Steelers, I think. Ball to 23. Ja'Cory Pearson for a 6-yard return. Worst offense and worst defense in the UFL. Worst defense is the Brahmas, which I never thought I'd say. Worst offense, I'd probably still go with the Roughnecks. Having said that, we'll see what happens with Nolan Henderson in charge in week 4. But honorary selection, they did it with the 3 Virginia players, but that was a death that they got shot at. That was a mass murder. They were shot out. The Lacey situation, I'm not sure they're going to do an honorary selection for a guy that killed someone. Like, I'm not sure that would be in the most appropriate taste for anyone involved. For any of the victims that were impacted by Lacey's decisions. Yeah, they might just post a statement. I think they're just going to post a statement. Just a horrible situation all the way around. Sailors up the middle. That's going to be a gain of 3. Sailors right now probably the favorite for the MVP of the league. Sailors had a monster game, had a hat trick last time out in that dominant win over the Brahmas. St. Louis so far outscoring their opponents this season 57-15. All right, for the Vikings player. Well, he was drafted. Harry Jackson was drafted. So it wasn't really honorary. It's not honorary selection. He was drafted. He died after he got drafted. Reverse play, red all the way. Nothing doing there. Frank Darby, the ASU wideout, Gets balled up at the 16-yard line, thrown down by Sam Kidd. Not kidding around on that one. Do you love pizza? I don't know if he got an honorary selection, if I look granted. No, Johnson already said this is Henderson's team. I watched the post-game press conference yesterday. He said this is Henderson's team. So Henderson's starting week 4. Nolan Henderson will start week 4. Johnson's an idiot, but he said, yeah. If Kyle Lacy was still here, would he have been drafted? Probably not. Honestly, he would have been before the incident. But I don't think so, because he would have been in jail. He was going to be sentenced, in 2 days. That ball stripped, fumble, strip sack on the play, recovered, it looks like by Andre Mincy for DC. Mincy gets it. It's a fumble. Wilkins got stripped. Yeah, I agree with you on that one, Connor. Mincy recovers the fumble. Wilkins got stripped. It's a turnover on the play. Let's check this again. The left tackle there, Jared Jones-Smith, got beat pretty badly. I think it was by Mincy. So Mincy gets the strip, falls on the ball. I think he was losing control before the ball came out, or losing control. Yeah, that's a fumble. Tim McMillan, he'll go first round. Not sure where, but he's going to get 5. Yeah, it was probably going to be 5-year sentence. And that is a fumble ball at the 12-yard line. Ball at the 12. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. Helps the channel out a ton. We've had some wild games this week in the UFL. This one off to a wild start. Te'amu. Well, they might still be reviewing this one. Yeah, everything in the West is just nuts right now. Yeah, Testor is usually good when it's high energy moments. Yeah, that has been confirmed as a fumble. That has been confirmed. Yeah, Memphis is out of the running. I love that every team has clinched a spot out of the play into the playoffs already. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Man motioning to the bottom is Chris Rowland. Te'amu fakes the screen to the opposite side of the field. Now, I don't know what he's doing. Throwing it to that side of the field after the pump fake didn't work. Briley Moore, the intended target. That was almost a pick 6. Quinterio Cole, I don't know what Te'amu was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking. The screen piston there, at that point, you just chuck it. At that point, you just chuck it into the dirt, live another day. You don't throw across your body, jump throw. After the first pass doesn't work, it's a triple coverage. I don't know what the heck that was for Te'amu. Lucky that wasn't a pick 6. How's it going, Golden Steel? Welcome to the chat. Will he be a good receiver in the NFL? I'm not sure. I wasn't impressed by him in college. I wasn't impressed a lot by Te'amu in a lot of areas. Not Te'amu, McMillan. 2nd and 10. Incomplete, too deep on the pass, so Te'amu starts this game just 1 for 4. 3rd and 10. Just there were too many things where he said he didn't watch film on his own time. I'm not sure he's got the passion to be. There's a lot of red flags with Tate that I'm not crazy about. Watching Detroit, Milwaukee about to turn in DC St. Louis at Bucks up by 3. Pistons ball 8 seconds left. Oh boy. Yeah, this close game shelf viewership, they should. Plus no competing against March Madness. They really should help. I'm excited to see what the rating number comes out to be on Monday. Empty backfield here. Te'amu, they send 4. Looks, end zone wide open! Overthrown. Oh man, the accuracy has not been there. Chris Rowland wide open, all alone in the back of the end zone. Good receiver in the draft. Travis Hunter. If that counts. So I picked St. Louis. Yep, I picked St. Louis. They're number 1 in the league. Te'amu 0 for 3 that drive. Horrible accuracy there. Te'amu 1 for 5 to start this game. Again, entered this game completing just 46% of his passes. His completion percentage has now dropped to 44% on the season. Matt McCrane, 7 for 8 this season. This one a chip shot from 30. It's right down the middle. So unable to really capitalize off a turnover on the strip sack. They do get 3. That's not true. That's not Travis. Oh, I don't know on that. I don't know. It's a weak class for receivers, relatively speaking. Te'amu's backup. Yeah, it's not good. Josh Hunt about the Commanders. He is. Mike DeLello is the backup for Te'amu. So DC gets 3. But you had to think against a team like St. Louis, that's a wasted opportunity. So wasted chance there for the defenders. Will the NIL money problem affect Nico's draft stock? Absolutely. Absolutely it's going to affect his draft stock. He's a head case. He is a massive head case. And I think this shows, wait a sec, so I've got this money, I signed a contract, now I want more money, even though I didn't do anything to deserve it. I played pretty mediocre football. I think it raised a lot of red flags for NFL scouts. In terms of, hey, if this guy plays well, he's going to hold down, want more money and whatnot. 51 tiebreaker, Denver better than the Clippers? Yep. How many teams Josh Johnson played for? I'm going to say 15 on that one. I'm going to go 15. I don't know why that suddenly came to mind. I'm going to go 15. Pistons are on Miracle 3. Ooh. Meanwhile, Masters update. McElroy at -11. DeChambeau teeing off on the par 3/4 at -10. And this one will land at the edge of the green, rolling off. He'll have that chip for birdie. Eagles target, probably secondary. Probably something regarding safety. I would guess after losing Garner Johnson, didn't do anything to upgrade that. Also, maybe defensive line as well. Seeing as Brandon Graham is retired. Probably defense. It's going to be on defense, I think. It's going to be soon defensively. We get exempt for CT. Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that. Because again, there were like circumstances as to why he did what he did. He was set to face trial for what he did in 2 days. Am I going to start the draft in June? Probably not. I'm not sure yet on that. Like, should Eagles get, I don't know, like, who's going to be left on the board. They have pick number 32. So I don't know who they're going to get. They might just stray down. So you get a lot for pick 32. Because teams want the 50-year option. 14 teams? Wow. Well, one off. Overshot it by one. All right. 3-0 the score. St. Louis first drive. A 3-and-out with a strip sack. Looking for more success on drive number 2. The number 1 offense of the league through the first 2 weeks of the season. You know, he didn't realize how replaceable he was. Yep. Yep. It's not like he played well last year. That's the other thing. It's not like he played at an insane level. No one's bigger than the program. You got to set the precedent. No one's bigger than the program. So cave into him, oh, the floodgates open up. But Josh Allen played the previous UFL. I think with Sacramento, the Mountain Lions. I don't think it was 2012, because 2012 the league was like in dire straits. I think it was 2010. No, 2010 was Culpepper. I think 2011 on that one. I think the other thing with Nico, too, he stole first-team reps from people knowing he was going to do that stunt. So, I don't know who would want him. Kickoff fielded at the goal line to the 15, 20, and down the 23-yard line. Flag on the play, on the tackle, as Blake Jackson got thrown down by the face mask, it looked like. I mean, in the background to see these scenarios unfold? Probably not, because I got the Masters on. Yeah, when Jackson played for like half the teams before he retired. I think Dotel, who just passed away, he played for a lot of teams as well. A lot of rules for players in 2020 when they moved to 18 games. I mean, there already are a lot of rules, so. I don't know. Wait, what on earth do you mean by that? First down, 38-yard line after the penalty, which will go against DC for the tackle. We have the D-backs on, though, which, holy cow. Yeah, for Nico's everywhere. Yeah, if you're Nico in sports, whoo boy. Not a good time for you. Right now, he was getting paid $2.5 million. Yeah, they wanted $4 million. Again, with no salary cap and like how crazy everything was. Well, right now, like programmed in, I got 2. Make players happy about 18 games. Yeah, there'll be some concessions and whatnot. They actually take the flag off the board. Well, the 24 instead. They wipe off the flag, hand off up the middle, nothing doing, lost it 2. Second and 12. All Fitzpatrick knew was the NFC North to play in every division. Yeah, he's got to come out of retirement and do it. What team comes for Steph? First for Steph, do you think Giants or Chiefs? I would say probably Giants. Thought this was the NFL where although came and give me more money because they know how valuable I am. Yep. Forgetting you could recruit. Also forgetting that they can't open up the floodgates. Play action. Wilkins hit as he throws. He loses the ball. Twice now he's dropped back to pass, and twice he's lost the ball. Once again, it's Mincy coming in from behind. This time, St. Louis falls on it. They could not, Zippy. They could not. Nico Harrison and Il Maliava. At the 11-yard line, Chase Allen able to fall on that ball to prevent a nightmare scenario. 3rd and 23. There's no protection whatsoever. Mincy gets by Jared Jones-Smith again. Gets rid of it quickly on the screen to Sailors. Sailors tiptoeing the sideline. He'll get some of the yards back, but it's a quick 3 and out. Right, I think so on that one, Keller. You're probably right. Probably could see the end. Gain of about 14 yards. We'll have to punt. The defense for DC, that defensive line is absolutely dominant right now. 4th and 6 at the 28. St. Louis keeps going backwards. Hofrichter punting this one away to Roland. It's somewhere I am leaving. Yep. I'll be told it's 2 hits transfer. I love that. I have so many degrees. I think a lot of them are. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. Bryson. He did have a good tee shot on one. He did not have a good tee shot, so he's going to drop to 9 under. Kelsey's foul season fact on that one. I think this will be it for him. Timeout St. Louis as they can't get the snap off in time. You got to burn a timeout on a 4th down punt. That is not good time to use a timeout for the Battlehawks. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button. Fact on that one. Subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a single video they post on the channel when we're set by the Giants. Oh, I can't wait for that one. I cannot wait for that one. 4th and 6. Hofrichter going to punt this ball away. If you haven't seen yesterday's video, click that link above. I got a crazy video tomorrow. Like, absolutely crazy video that I could not believe I found. Just, man. That's all I'm going to say on that one. The 10-yard line, fielded by Roland to the 15. Hurls a guy to get to the 20. Now out of bounds at the 25-yard line, getting a 15 on the return, pushed out by Carson Wells. With 6:37 to go, DC taking over the 25. Yeah, I thought McElroy, yeah, after the double, that one, I'm like, oh boy, here we go. Although, again, it's the back 9 with McElroy. Travis, sorry, I think he's going to play both. Yeah, I think he's going to play both. It's the back 9 with McElroy. After what happened all those years ago. I mean, this would be great if McElroy won. It'd be a feel-good story. It really would be a feel-good story if McElroy won. But 3 strokes is nothing at Augusta this early on. I remember the back 9 is what did him in last time. See if he gets flashbacks. He's got to keep a cool head. It's very tough. You get in your head. You're the only one out there. First down, the 26. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Teamu takes a snap. Slam pass. That ball is caught. Spin move after making the grab by Braylon Sanders. Loses the football. Smith able to fall on it, though, for DC. Butterfingers so far. Yeah, whole town will be the real test. It will be. That was 14 years ago today. That was 14 years ago. Wow, I remember watching that, like, vividly. Handoff here. Down to the 36. Is that going to be enough for a first? I don't know if that's going to be enough. It's close. You probably shouldn't do that, Zippy. Probably shouldn't do that. Jordan Rogers is... He is related. He is related. 3rd and 1. Saw mock draft that had the Jags taking Genty at 5th. So it is interesting. I brought up on stream the other day. It is interesting with Genty. He went from plus 5,000 to plus 600 with the Jaguars. 3rd and 1. They give Smith. That'll be a first down to the 38-yard line. Brought down on the play by Tautala. So, I did see the possibility the Jags get Genty at 5, which, I don't know. I think there are more pressing needs right now. I would love to see the Jags search for running back on day 2, but I don't think day 1 would make a lot of sense. Genty can play, obviously. 1st and 10. Pump fake. Teamu. Back shoulder. And cannot keep the feet in bounds. Good grab by Powell down the sideline, but cannot keep the feet in bounds. Teamu threw it a bit too far. 2nd and 10. Exciting day for the NBA. I don't know if it's that exciting. I really don't know. Because, again, every playoff spot's decided. UFL should have snagged. No. No, defenders have a brand name. Defenders have a good brand name. How's it going, Lou? Welcome to the chat. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you as always. Yeah, last game was really good. I would love to get Scatabo. Believe me, I would love to get Scatabo in round 3. 2nd and 10. 1 the top, 1 the bottom. Play action. Teamu just 2 for 7 to start. Going for it all here. He's got a man open on the seam. It's caught. Teamu. Touchdown. Ty Scott. Great Scott. The defenders have silenced the dome. Teamu, his 3rd touchdown pass of the season, his longest pass of the year. It's a 62-yard strike to Ty Scott, the leading receiver on the team in receptions and yards this season. He gets his first. Throws it over Quinterio Cole, who is caught cheating up inside. 9-0 defenders. And he got in there. Chris Payne-Jones cannot bring him down. They'll go for 2. Yeah, hopefully on that one low. Teamu, slam pass. Too low and incomplete. Broken up on the play by Cameron Kelly. It remains a 1-score game, but Teamu with a dart, one of his best throws. Nine nothing DC. The defenders in front. Defenders score the offense just got the touchdown. Listen, no, that's the name of the team. The name of the team is the defenders. 9-0 the score. 4 minutes to go in the first. It's all DC so far. Again, new head coach. Reggie Barlow took the job. The college ranks, and man, who gets Cam? I think Jacksonville could. Denver, potentially. Ron Davis, blood clots to a 7% gone. That's good. That's good. Kent State, no. No, they're not. Yeah, I know where they're ranked is still up in the air, but I'm not like... It's not the same. It's not the same. See, at the end of the day, we all know, like, the Kings and the Mavs are not any good. Now, where everyone's ranked, we know who the 8 teams are going to be in the playoffs. Oh, it's going to come back? We'll see. Right now, their offensive line can't stop anything. Their offensive line cannot stop a nosebleed right now. Andre Mincy's just dominating Jared Jones-Smith. They might have to make a change. They might have to put Ashmore in at left tackle instead. Jared Jones-Smith's just not getting it done. Or give him some protection. Give him some help. Hannah Stewart can probably hold down the fort in the interior. You gotta give Jones-Smith some help. You think Ward's being underranked? I mean, he's gonna go number 1. I don't think he's being underranked. So let's say guy's gonna get underranked when he's gonna go number 1. If you like what you see, folks, like and subscribe. It helps us out a ton on the channel. Rumors around demanding more NIL and switch if they leak negative rumors about him. Yeah, this is the time that negative rumors get leaked about everyone at this point. It's not, nothing's going to happen. First, I have a top 5 secondary in the NFL next year. I'm going to go fact on that one. Well, they just need to win one playing game. They'll be okay. And Bobby gets a multi-game ban. I'm going to say fact on that one. Outside the QB class has the rest of the draft looking. It's looking pretty deep. It's looking like a pretty deep class. You can get starters in a lot of different spots with this class. It's looking pretty deep. Yeah, the quarterbacks, I do like Dart. Toledo. McElroy's in the trees here. That's true, but again, best team usually wins in a 7-game series. Nuggets are already kind of screwed after making all those changes. What can McElroy do here in the fescue? He's got a path. A little punch out. He's got a path. All right. Jamarcus Russell a little bust? No. He cares. It's more than you could say about that. Ooh, where did McElroy go? He in the bunker? Oh, no, just outside the bunker. That's actually not bad from that spot. Not bad from that spot. All right. St. Louis ball after the kickoff. We're going to link him a quarterback finally be successful out of his college system. He's got the accuracy, though. I like what I see on a dart. He's not out of shape. That's the other thing, too. So for the return there by Jennings. First down for the Battlehawks. Trailing 9-0. Largest deficit for them this season. I believe the only time they've been behind all year. Both the 24. You're right on that, but... First down, the handoff to the side. Sailors loses a yard. DC's defensive line, Momo Sonogo on the stop. They've been dominant today. Yano Ward's going to be in the NFL, but he's not going to be Jamarcus Russell level bust. That much I can guarantee you. Jamarcus Russell was a special kind of breed of bust. Second and 11. Ball to 23. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Play action. Wilkins stepping up. Has to avoid the sack. He will for the moment, and then he cannot. Thrown down for the 3rd time today. Derek Roberson on the stop. How's it going, Michael? A few more days to Santa Louis. Nice. Bronny starting today? Yeah, today's the day that everyone rests. Bats be 7-10 area 9 next year. With that defense, I think that could be. I gotta see what they do offensively, because they didn't really add a whole lot of pieces offensively, but because we don't know about Diggs yet. 4 times they dropped back to pass. 3 times Wilkins has been sacked. 1 at the top, 3 at the bottom. Wilkins. That's an interception. Underthrown ball. Looking on the play for Gary Jennings, and it gets picked off by DC. Michael Ojimita. Another turnover. The Battlehawks cannot hold on to the football this game. It is all DC. St. Louis has not gotten a single first down. The only play they had with positive yardage was on 3rd and long on a screen. A dominant start for the defenders. They have it at the 24-yard line or thereabout. Looking to make it a 2-score game. Giants for the worst team? I think so. Will Dart be a good QB? I think it could be. Good stuff from the green room. I didn't hear anything about that. I know Miller was going to the draft. I didn't hear anything about Dart. DC, defensively, they've been great this season. Allowed just 23 points the first 2 games. Did not have a sack last week, though, against Memphis. Got a few today. Forced 2 turnovers. I'm not sure on that one, everything. I'm not sure. First down pass incomplete. Tayamu 3 for 8 today. Or 3 for 9, I should say. But that one throw he did complete was a deep touchdown, 62 yards. 2nd and 10. Yeah, the crispy tenders at Carmax. Yep. Ball to 26. The give to the side. It goes to Deion Jackson. He'll get a couple. Phil Hoskins on the stop. Remember, for St. Louis, no Akeem Butler today. He is still nursing that injury. Man, I don't know if they're missing. They're missing a lot of pieces right now. I shouldn't say they're missing a lot of pieces, but they need other guys to step up right now. Yeah, Miller, I don't know why they invited him to the green room. He might not be a first-round pick. Probably won't be. 3rd and 6 of the 24. Tayamu. They send 4. Hit as he throws. That ball incomplete. Good coverage there by Chris Payne and Jones. No flag. Looking there for Cornell Powell. We'll say St. Louis's defense. That's twice now that DC started inside the 30. And they will walk away with no touchdown on either drive. McCrane line up to make it a 2-score game. With 1:37 to go. Made his first kick from 30. He is 8 for 9 this season. Looking to go 9 for 10 on this one from about 42 yards out. This one hugs the left upright. It's good. For the first time all season, St. Louis down by 2 scores. 12-0. All DC right now when we get back. Sun's going to fire Mike Bodenholzer. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised by that. How nice, kissing. I'm not surprised. Yeah, Nishiba's got money to burn. I think you just gotta... Oh, man. I think you just gotta start over if you're the Suns. His rotations were not good this year. Defensively, they were not good. Going to Vet Steve X, nice. Next coach? Oh, I don't know. I don't know who the next one's going to be. I just even going for Malone, because why not? McCord, where? I'm going to say 3rd round. I'm going to say 3rd round on Kyle McCord. No later than the 4th. GM also give out Jim Jones. It's about time. This reason we got in this mess. Some of his decision-making and draft picks. DeChambeau with a nice, or McElroy with a nice save on the 5th. Parse that. All right, here we go. 12-0 the score, St. Louis ball. Off this kickoff. Fielded. Well, lets it bounce in the end, so that'll be a touchback. D-backs play at 1 o'clock today. My time. So 20 minutes we play. First down for St. Louis off the touchback. St. Louis just 1 play with positive yards. I think so, yeah. On that one, Zippy. They're too big a program not to. Yeah, fire coaches look like the it does seem that way. All these guys were firing our retread coaches. It's not like we're firing newbies. So it's like I did not for this one. I formation here. Wilkins. Yeah, it's time for regime change. It is. The reverse play. This one goes to Pearson. Pearson gets some nice blocking to the 40. That's a good drive starter for St. Louis. They've had trouble today starting drives. Now get 6. Well, Katie's never made any complaints. Katie is not the issue. Katie has never made any complaints in Phoenix. It's what happens when Katie's not on the floor. That's the problem. 2nd and 4 play action. Wilkins has time. But he's going to take off and run. He's got the first down and a lot more. First down of the game for St. Louis. Stays in bounds. Wilkins never stepped out. I don't think he did. He did not. Wilkins never stepped out of bounds. 58-yard touchdown run. He tiptoed the sideline, never stepped out, and it's 12-6. Just like that, St. Louis right back in this thing. Let's double check. Did he ever step out? Got by the spy, Momo Sonogo. Broke the tackle by Anthony Hines. And then as he looked like he was going out of bounds, did he tiptoe the sideline successfully? It's a heck of a run. Regardless. And Blandino's going to look at this one. Blandino will take a look. Did he step out of bounds? Obviously a very controversial play. Seeing as it looked like he was going out of bounds and then faked it. But it looks like the heel is out of bounds right around the 35 if I had to guess. Yeah, no touchdown. That heel was out of bounds. Heck of a run. First down of the game. Yes, I'm going to blow it up. The 30-yard line. The handoff here, Sailors play action. Wilkins going to take it himself. He'll go back to the line. That's it. They don't have to call another play before the end of the quarter. They don't have to call another play. It'll be 2nd and 10. At the 30-yard line. I'll put a poll up. See if they call one more play. Any donation, get a question right away. Those are just going the way they seem. Pretty sure I guess tuning in for the stream as always. Will they get a playoff? They will not. We go to the second. There's a wild card. I think they could. I don't think they could. The offense just has to be more consistent, but I think they could. End of one. Yeah, great times for the Suns. Blandino, take Pereira's place? Yes. Yes, he should. He's more charismatic, too. He's just better for TV now. He's just better. He's more transparent. He's less likely to agree with the officials just because. All right. Phillies from the East? I do. How's it going, Jason? Welcome to the chat. Appreciate you tuning in. Got a shocking result right now. 12-0 the score. For the right to become the first 3-0 team in the league this season. I appreciate all you guys tuning in for this stream. Click that link above if you haven't seen today's video. Or I should say last night's video. It is neck and neck in that poll right now. St. Louis is driving. But Wilkins had no time to do anything today. If you like what we see, folks, you can hit that like button and make sure you subscribe. Helps out a ton on the channel. We're going to be live for Cubs Dodgers later tonight as well. For Sunday Night Baseball. We're live for some baseball action today. Which I'm excited about. In a crazy week in the UFL. Best week so far. All 3 games with some crazy finishes. Birmingham pulling one out against Arlington. So it's a 162-game season. That's how. It's a long season. That's how I still believe in them. And obviously the Michigan-San Antonio game was nuts. And then yesterday, Houston benching their quarterback, bringing Nolan Harrison. Haven't seen the trade video in 17, yeah. But the fact that I knew with Teddy, I had to create a rule so you can't, like, trade away your pick back-to-back years because he was that bad. All right. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button. We're going to start the second quarter here. St. Louis, 2nd and 10. 3 sacks already for this DC defense. Booth was livid that he didn't play Peyton Watson in the playoffs. Oh, yeah, he wanted to be coach, yeah. I know Malone was not happy when he got fired. I know, like, he was, like, livid. It just seemed like a toxic situation. The more that comes out, now I don't know how much of that is true or how much of that's trying to save face, but the more that comes out, that was a toxic situation. So, Battlehawks, we'll see. We'll see. It's pretty neck and neck in that poll. 2nd and 10, the 31-yard line. Next to your guesser, I have not decided yet on that one. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Running back in the backfield. Wilkins takes the snap. They send 4. Wilkins has to get rid of it on the run in the direction of no one. Incomplete. Lacey killed himself. That's what happened. He was about to face punishment for killing someone on a hit and run. Like in about 2 days, and yeah. Alabama. Morning stream? I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see. So that took a lot out of me to do that stream. That was a fun stream. That took a lot out of me. McElroy putt off the green. It's not going to be enough, but that will be good for par. Intentional grounding is the call on that one, so back him up out of field goal range now. Yeah, that was in the direction of no one. He was in the pocket. 3rd and a mile. Would men betray rather than play for them? Probably not, considering the hometown team. He didn't live in Cleveland, yes, I would say so. 3rd and 20. Empty backfield. Pearson motions out. So screen pass to Pearson. Try to get some of the yards back. They lose yards instead. They're going to have to punt this one away at the 44. Devonta Maxwell. A great read on that screen. And St. Louis thought they had a touchdown earlier on the drive. Instead, they'll get nothing. And they'll have to punt this ball away. As Hofrichter comes out. CSM Barrier, that is definitely not the right one. That'd be fun, I guess. That'd be fun. I just don't know if it's possible. A stoppage here, either way. DC's defense holding again. The number 1 offense in the UFL. Granted, they played 2 teams that right now, 2 of the 2 worst teams, the Roughnecks and the Brahmas. It's their first real test of the season, if you want to call it that. So far, DC looking sharp. 4th and long, they'll punt it away. Fair catch at the 12-yard line by Jaden Mickens, the former Jaguar. Called out with a 30-yard punt. Coming up at halftime, a special announcement from the UFL. Okay, well, that's going to be... I'm guessing, I'm going to take a wild guess. The announcement's going to be St. Louis is hosting the title game. That's my guess. It's going to be a nothing burger. The announcement's going to be St. Louis is hosting the title game. Just like last year. So we're talking about doing it again in St. Louis this year. So that's my guess. The announcement is St. Louis is going to host the title game. Tiamo goes back out there. For this next drive number 4. Excuse me, drive number 5. Handoff. Down to about the 13-yard line, called a gain of 1. 2nd and 9. And you're looking at Shannon Harris right now if you're watching the ABC broadcast. Took over for Reggie Barlow. For Barlow left a week before the season started to go to the college ranks. Harris has done a magnificent job so far. McElroy makes par. Third of the way through. McElroy up by 3. 2nd and 7. The give once again goes to Smith. This time he gets nothing. Loss of 2. Austin Fowler on the stop. Redraft. Who am I picking at 1? And who did I want at the time? The guy I want at the time is the guy I'm picking at 1. Hutchinson. Ahmad Rashad. Ooh, I don't know on that one. Lever starting my dad's number. Oh, that's awful, Jason. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Sorry to hear that. Man. Sorry to hear that. Can I see 17 and train LeBron for some nothing play for LeBron, but around playing on the Cavs? I can't. No, I can't see that with the hometown kid. I can't see him being that dumb. Crow right over the middle. That's almost picked off. Nate Meters in his hands. In his hands on that one. He was gone. He was seeing the end zone. Meters in his hands. Jumped the curl route perfectly. Looking for Ben Shannon. And that should have been 6. That should have been 6 the other way. That's twice now Tamu's got away with a pick 6. The defense holds. They'll force a punt. But man, that could have been 6 the other way. Delay of game on the defenders. They were late getting guys on, so we punt from their own end zone for 7. How do you not pick that? I don't know on that one, J-Wix. I don't know. That would have been pick 6. He had daylight. Jumped the route perfectly. You jumped the curl route. Yep, that's why they're DBs. That's why they're DBs. Nate Meters, the former Steeler. The former Viking. Had 2 picks with the Battlehawks last season, or 2 seasons ago in 23. Feel at the 46 of the punt. Pearson trying to bounce outside to the 50. He'll cross midfield, spins around, reverses course, and he'll be brought down at the 49. This game's not even close to over. This game's not even close to over. Tamu's made one good play today. This game is not even close to over. Flag on this return. As it stands, St. Louis ball at the 49-yard line. Personal foul face mask on the kicking team. So move it up to the 34 of DC. Briley Moore getting called for that one. St. Louis of their best starting field position of the day here. At the 34-yard line. Can the Battlehawks take advantage of this? Offensively, have been poor today. 2 turnovers, 3 sacks. Take a quick bathroom break. Give me a second. Just taking a quick bathroom break as we are a commercial break. 12-0 the score. Just run to the bathroom really quickly. All right, we are back. We are back. Appreciate all you guys tuning in for this stream. And you guys, again, if you like what you see, hit that like button, subscribe. And let's get next action start up in just a little bit. 12-0 the score. I have to adjust the TV after this is done, so hold on that for the moment. All right. Heat's lost. Miami travels to Orlando for some match in the play. And, ooh, Battle of Florida. Battle of Florida. First down the 34-yard line after the face fest penalty. He's in the mix. He's at -8. He's in it. Marisol Plevstar the win today? Man. The give to the side. This one first carry for Javion Howard. Had a good game the opening week of the season against the Roughnecks. He'll get a couple there. It's one of 6 games taking place in the Dome for St. Louis this season at home. They have 6. The Brumbies have 4. That's the reason for the discrepancy, is because the Alamo Dome was booked for a lot this season, including the Final Four, which took place last week. 2nd and 7. Ball at the 32-yard line. Motioning inside now is Darby. Play action. Wilkins avoids the sack, steps up, dumps it off on a swing to Howard. Howard cannot make a man miss. He's thrown down behind the line for a loss of 2. Joe Wallace. 9.8% cheese. Third and 10. They lose the yardage. Tiebreaker between them and Toronto would be right now since they haven't played yet. Maybe AL record? I don't know. I don't know what the tiebreaker is. 3rd and 10. Wilkins in the gun. Gonna take advantage of this good field position. Takes the snap. They send 6. Wilkins, deep shot. 1-on-1. Got him. Touchdown, Battlehawks. Frank Darby. Frank Darby, the former Falcon, the former ASU wideout, gets the touchdown there on the deep shot, and the Battlehawks are finally on the board. What a throw. Finally, something goes St. Louis's way offensively. We might have a bit of a shootout on our hands, folks. We might have a bit of a shootout. 12-6 your score. I think my stream is way behind, because if they went for 2, I missed it. Because I refreshed the stream because it buffered. If they did something after, I completely missed it if that happened. Let me just double check. Yeah, because they just showed a tribute to a cameraman that just passed away. Did I miss something? Hang on, guys. Give me a second here. Two-point version did not work. Did not work. 12-6. Yeah, I think my stream just, like, completely crapped out for a second. So, we're good. 12-6. The score. Decent getting back. When we get back, hang on. Just give me a second. I gotta recalibrate one of my TVs. All right, there we go. Yep, broke it. Yeah. I think, so the thing is, I think there's an ESPN 3 and an ESPN Plus broadcast. I think ESPN 3 is way behind, so I switched to ESPN Plus. So, it's all good. The conversion was no good. So, either way, Frank Darby, the big ASU wideout, on that touchdown. This is a team that is deep at wide receiver. Darby's third grab of the season, his first touchdown in spring ball. Probably AL record, yep. Yeah, this team, again, Butler's out with the hamstring injury, but you got Denzel Mims, former second-round pick, Frank Darby, Gary Jennings, Ja'Cory Pearson, Blake Jackson. This team is loaded at wideout. This team is absolutely loaded at wide receiver. All it takes is one play. Want to have UTTV? I just never see the... I just don't. I have the ESPN... Because I have cable, I have the ESPN app. So, we have on D-backs and the Masters. And obviously this game. McElroy for birdie. To get to 13, that's not going to have enough. Oh, man. Left it short. We'll stay up by 3. Have that tapping for par. All right. I appreciate all you guys tuning. If you like what we see, like and subscribe to the channel a ton. The over is hit in 2 out of 3 games so far this week. And it's looking pretty good here. Well, the betting expert actually... Oh, yeah, they have a lot of betting segments for ESPN. Fox doesn't. ESPN has a lot. The betting expert, you can tell she's sweating. Because, like, oh, crap, I can't just pick unders anymore. It's like, oh, I have to actually think. Like, oh, crap. Do you have a 3-2 regardless of the result with the Giants? All right. Kickoff here by Blankenship. It's broken up in the 8th. Ah, man. The Red Sox announcer should be fired for what they said, though. Like, you don't take any team lightly. That was just so funny. Kickoff fielded at the 5. Taken to the 20. 25 cuts up the field to the 27-yard line. Is Chris rolling flag on the play? I would love after what the Red Sox announcer said about the White Sox if they just got swept. That would be so funny. So DC ball score the first 12 points of the game, but they've only had 1 real touchdown drive. The other drives they've had, St. Louis defense come up big. 2 drives they started deep in the red zone or plus territory and went 3 and out before kicking a field goal. What can they do here with 9:43, the ball at the 16-yard line? First down, the give to Smith. Smith tries to bounce outside. He can't do it. Brought down to the 14-yard line by Travis Feeney. Another big play by Feeney today. Loss of 2, 2nd and 12. How's it going, Mahomes? Welcome to chat. You know, game it's ever guaranteed is like W's will play the games. You were right on that one. After what he said, absolutely. It's so funny. AFL news I know of. Well, Kyron Lacey passed away. At one point, projected 1st or 2nd round pick, he died 10 days before the draft, or 11 days before the draft. 2nd 14. Te'amu, out route, caught, breaks 1 tackle, and we'll get the first down at the 28-yard line. It's Scott who had that touchdown earlier. That should be enough for a first, depending on where the knee was down. Should be a gain of 14 on that one. You have guarantees only exist in college yet, but even then. Yeah, they move the chains. First down. Te'amu, 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom of the screen. Te'amu takes a step, gives up the middle to Smith. Smith was close to breaking in the second level if it wasn't for a tackle by Talatala. A Chiefs news? Nothing that I know of. Nothing that I know of. It's pretty quiet right now. Gain of 4 on the run. A big tackle there by Talatala. If not, he had daylight on the second level. He had daylight on that one. Burrows over 6. Ooh. They're not playing well right now. Their offense is just laying eggs. And Jonathan India looks terrible. We're going to see what check out right now. It depends on what would happen in the trial. Slam pass! That one's intercepted! That one, he jumps the route. That time, the Battlehawks get the pick. They've been hunting for one all day. Cameron Kelly with the interception. He jumps the slam pass. There's the pick. The 4th of the season for the Battlehawks. For Teamu, his 2nd interception thrown this year, and St. Louis has the ball. Yeah, we knew what Trebek was going to... Yep, literally. This game over? St. Louis has the ball. They're down by 6. There we go. Yeah, it depends on how the trial would have gone. I think if the trial went well, he would have been like a 2nd round pick if nothing happened. Is the class even worse now? Yes, it's even worse. But I'm not sure he would have been drafted. First down, trick play, Wilkins, screen pass, Pearson. Dropped it, which is probably for the best because it would have been a huge loss there. A monster loss if that was caught. Try back to the most embarrassing Jag loss ever. No, I don't think it is. I think week 18 to the Titans is probably worse. Or 06 against the Titans is probably worse. Then we're talking Jaguar loss. Pass behind the line, Pearson catches it but brought down immediately. It's a loss of 2. 3rd and 12. Who's left the wide receiver this class? It's pretty thin. We're not going to see a lot of guys go. Ibuka, Golden, Bond. I mean, you could see those guys, but I don't know. All good, so appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you tuning in. 3rd and 12. So he plays on field goal range? That's a good question. Wilkins. Out route. Caught the 25 and getting down to the 23 is Mims. So I'll make it closer for a field goal. But the story of this game is when both teams have forced turnovers. They've gotten good field position out of it. And not able to capitalize. Isn't... Yeah, I'm just naming guys. Yeah, I'm just naming guys with that. You know, we're just talking like Jaguar losses and that one. Miami's loss for college football was probably the worst ever. 40-yard try, Blankenship. Right down the pipe. The former Georgia kicker. Cuts the lead in half. From 12-6 to 12-9. Can't take great advantage of the field position. Oldest song hit number 1. Oh, the oldest song? We'll probably Rock Around the Christmas Tree. That hit number 1 like 60 years after it came out. Time gets benched? I'm going to say fiction on that. I'm going to say fiction. Probably Rock Christmas songs don't count. Oh, in that case, I have no idea. In that case, I have no guess. I'm guessing When I See You Smile. No, not When I See You Smile. When I'm With You by Alias. That hit in 1990, or that hit in 89, and that came out in 1982. Yeah, Bond's got a warrant, but he turned himself in. I don't know what's gonna happen with Bond. He says the claim's false. We'll see. We have Green's and one. That'd be the old. So yeah. Let's go, Jake. One for chat. Kickoff here. By Blankenship. Fielded at the 10. Taken to the 20 and brought down immediately at the 22-yard line. Nice tackle there by Darby. And 1 week to go in the Stanley Cup season. Wait, Sheriff, did I say Alias? Did I say Alias? No, it was Sheriff. You're right. Yeah, I said Alias. It's funny that the guys that were in Sheriff then created Alias. That's what it was. Time for Sam the Ticker? I'm not sure. That's why I said alias, because they had more than words could say. Alias was the guys from Sheriff. They couldn't bring back the entire band, but they brought back some of the guys. After that song got big, created a new band called Alias, which was... Yeah, that's why I said that, yeah. Just a brain fart there. Two at the top, one at the bottom. Teamu, ball at the 24-yard line. Uh-oh, don't leave the yard. Don't leave the yard. Oh, jeez, Gallon. Man. Gain at 12. First down the 35-yard line. Johnson 2 at 3. Jeez, I hate this division. Will I acknowledge it? I don't know. I don't know if I will. First and 10 to 35. Another first inning disaster class by the D-backs. Teamu scrambling, fires on the run. That ball is broken up. Nice breakdown there by Chris Payton Jones. Looking for Braylon Sanders. Brings up 2nd and 10. It would count, technically. We've seen that, though, with Beethoven. We saw it with same old Lang Syne, with 1812 Overture. Like, it's the weed day. 2nd and 10. They give up the middle. This one will get a couple to the 39, to the 40, actually. Gain of 5. On the run there by Deion Jackson. 3rd and medium. Yeah, former Dolphin. Former Dolphin wideout. Ball at the 40. 4:50 to go in the first half. A close game. Jeez, Gallon does not look good today. 3 hits allowed already. 2 at the top. Actually now 3 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Takes the snap, rolls out. Teamu slam pass. That ball's caught. And immediately tackled at the 48-yard line. Roland. Gain of 8, but a first down. They bring the house down. I realize he's got to get rid of that ball quickly. And he does. Why is Sarah stuck so low? I think there's some character issues with him, potentially, but he's still going to go first round. Have the Suns be the only team eliminated but not qualified for the lottery? They trade away their pick. That's why. They trade away their pick. Jay Gatz here the West. Yep, feels that way. Smith up the middle. That's why. The Suns don't have their draft pick. So the Suns traded away to the Rockets. So the Suns could theoretically win the lottery, but the pick goes to Houston. Starts the Saints? I think so. I think that's how it's going to play out. They'll draft their first round quarterback since 1971. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Especially after the car news. Teamu. They give to Smith. Smith will drive ahead to the 41-yard line. Actually down to the 40. First down. Sixers in the draft. I don't know how the board's going to play out. Like, I don't even know what pick they're going to have. Maybe Knipple? I'm not sure. Yeah, if Houston gets flagged, oh god. Oh god, if Houston gets flagged, that would be terrible. That would be terrible. First down to go quickly. Teamu scrambling, fires to the sideline. Ball is caught at the 30 by Roland. Breaks a tackle to the 25. We brought down right around there by Talatala. Gain of 15, another first down. Teamu's starting to find a rhythm. But flag on the play. Hang on a second. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. Who wins the title this year? I got the Lakers. Right now, I got Lakers Celtics. After the play was done, unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense. Taunting. Move it up another 15 yards. First and goal at the 10. A dumb penalty there by the Battlehawks. You're playing 4 head coaches. Yep. It's not my money, at least. It's not my money. Move it up to the 10-yard line. A long drive here for DC. Lottery drawing. Usually it's around the time of the Eastern Conference Finals. So usually it's around Game 2, the ECF. If you're paying 4 head coach, it's not the coach. Maybe. Maybe. First and goal. DC calling time just to get things sorted out. You guys, we have a breather after a long drive so far. All right, first and goal at the 10-yard line. Off the timeout. DC one touchdown today was Teamu to Scott. We're doing Cubs, Dodgers later tonight, so make sure you're on the stream for that. Let's call some baseball over on ESPN for Sunday Night Baseball at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Should be a fun one. Saw the Cubs last night. Holy cow. Was it 16-0? Why is St. Louis Stevens playing badly right now? Teamu's getting time. That's what it is. Teamu is actually buying some time right now. He's much better on the run than in the pocket, and he's able to buy time and go on the run. First and goal. 3 at the top. Teamu. Looking. End zone. Slam pass. It's caught. Touchdown. Briley Moore. Gets by Sebastian. Touchdown DC. His second touchdown pass of the day. And the defender's up by 9. Got Mana with the 2. I appreciate you, man. Luis Severino revenge game must win. We'll see. We will see on that one. Houston becomes the best team in basketball if they get flag. His second touchdown pass of the day. Enter with 1 the first 2 games. He got 2 this half. I'll get you on the Braves game. Appreciate you, Tonga Mana, as always. Thank you, man. We'll see what happens with in the Severino revenge game. We will see. Gonna go for 2. See what's fearing me right now? It's a weird game right now. It's a weird one. The 2-point try here. Teamu. Looking. Back of the end zone. Incomplete. Low throw. No flags. Looking for Ben Shannon. No, they're getting diced by Teamu this drive. I don't think he missed a throw in that drive. Houston win all this year? I don't think this year for Houston. I think they're 1 star piece away. I do like Amen Thompson defensively, but I think they don't have a 1 on their team. I don't think they have a... Usually you need to have a 1 on your team. I don't think they have that guy. Ump is rigging the game for the A's. I don't know why you'd rig a game for the A's. But why go for 2? So usually what it is the success rate from 1 and 2 are pretty similar. If you're not going to run the ball, you might as well go for 2 because the play that you're running from the 5 is same you're going to run from the 2. You have more space to work with as well in the back of the end zone. So a lot of guys go for 2 because of that. Who I think Houston will get for a 1? I think we get try for KD. I'm going to trade for KD. Maybe Booker. I think we'll call the Suns up after this season's done. Okay, see, that's a solid pick. They're playing great basketball. Obviously, SGA probably win the MVP this year. Spare aluminum half anyone hits one. All right, 18-9 the score. Kickoff field at the 10-yard line. Taken out by 32-yard line. Gain a 22 on the return. Final play before the 2-minute warning. Seen some fans saying the lottery is rigged if flag goes to Philly, Houston, or Utah. And they say with Utah, apparently because they have a better front office compared to others. I feel like you could say like it's rigged for any team. You can make a justification for any team that it's rigged. Jacob Sailors, they're just showing him 2 yards rushing today. That is it for a guy who... Some money this season. 144 yards so far. 5.3 yards per carry. 4 rushing touchdowns, but nothing today. Wilkins, pressured by Mincy. Throwing on the run. That ball's caught by Sailors. Sailors to the 45. Down at the 47-yard line, brought down there by Sam Kidd. That takes us to the 2-minute warning after a gain of 15. Outside of Cleveland OKC or Boston Los Angeles, what finals matchup could I see happening? So I can't pick any of those teams. Detroit and I can't see the Knicks. They don't do well this year against good teams. See Detroit potentially, and I mean the West is so wide open. Maybe Denver with Jokic. Again, I don't know who's being Jokic in a 7-game series. Yeah, Bybania. Yep, that's the guy. Yeah, just a tragic situation with Lacey. Just a tragic situation. Pistons Rockets, yeah. You know, it's not a great front office situation. I know that they've built for the future, but man, at some point the future's got to come. They've been in that rebuild mode for a while now. There's only so many years you can do it. There's only so many years in a row before it's got to pay off. This is a long rebuild. I get they had to gut it. I get that they had to gut it. But it's now 3 straight years fielding just blatantly uncompetitive teams. At some point, it's got to start paying off. And they better hit in this draft, because if they don't, oh boy. A 2-minute warning. St. Louis 2 timeouts to their name. Well, that's a heck of a putt by Justin Rose. Holy cow. Well, Spurs, I think, are going to be good next year. Castle going to be healthy. Wemby, hopefully healthy. I think they'll... And Fox, yeah. Detroit, OKC. Ooh. Bring that same win's got to come out soon at you for the Sharks. Though, the Sharks, didn't they, like, get rid of... Like, this is same GM. That's what I'm talking about. Like, didn't the Sharks fire everyone after last year? At least they're playing a bit better, the Sharks. Didn't the Sharks fire everyone after last season? That's a little bit different than having the same regime. If you have the same regime, that's like, okay, how many years? Not something Nuggets anymore because of Malone firing? A little bit. A little bit. Just you don't see a team firing a coach that late in the season having it work out. I think Detroit win all. I do not. I think there's a clear top 2. I think there's a clear top 2. In the East, I think it's going to be one of those 2. DC is challenging this play, meanwhile. Not sure, again, what the challenge is, necessarily, seeing as they went to a commercial break. Gamana gifting membership. Honky George getting this one as a member. Get a lot of cool perks. Who named the jury. Members only Q&A streams. And use emojis in the chat. Appreciate you a ton, Gamana, as always. I'll get you on that game again. Thank you so much, man. Whatever the challenge was, it was unsuccessful. Oops. Whatever it was unsuccessful. First down handoff here. So DC loses the challenge. They have 1 timeout. Let me change some numbers up. Legal man downfield. Ah. They went to commercial break while I did it. So. Second and 8. Wilkins. Deep shot. Going for it all in the post pattern. A bit too much for Pearson. He got behind Sam Kidd, but a bit too much on that one. 3rd and 8. Nuggets have played Timberwolves at GG for the Nuggets. Yep. Well, Timberwolves are inconsistent. Timberwolves are really inconsistent this year. Knicks throw out the second round if they're not careful. I can't. They haven't won a game against the Celtics this season. Yeah, I think we'll get another job. I got it. NBA coaches usually get like 5 chances. Where is... Here we go. Wilkins stepping up his skill, look to run for the first down, pump fake. Great tackle at the 45-yard line to prevent the first down from happening. Ferron Gardner, flag on the play though. World Series back on, baby. No, it could be second round. We're talking second round potentially. Be the 2 against the 3. Or we're talking hypothetically. But I don't think the Celtics are losing round 1. After the play, personal foul on the defense. Late hit. So all that hard work for nothing. They're going to get Joe Wallace with a late hit after the play. Keeping this drive alive for St. Louis. Joe Wallace, that's... I don't know on that one. I don't know on that one. He didn't know it was going to be a... I don't think Wallace knew on that one. It was going to be a phenomenal one-on-one tackle. Wallace just coming to help. He was committed by that point. He didn't land on top of... man, that's soft. That's pretty soft, I'm not going to lie. That's a soft penalty. It's a really soft penalty. Haven't won a game against the regular season just transfer players. True, but they haven't won a game against anyone. Pearson, screen pass. Like, it's not just they haven't won a game against the Celtics. It's they haven't won a game against anyone. Pacers for the finals, I will bet you how much money you want to bet that will not happen. Like, they haven't beaten the Cavs, haven't beaten any of the good teams. Slam pass, incomplete. Looking on the play for Gary Jennings. Wants a flag. Not getting it. We'll see if Beck wants the super challenge. Yeah, they have the 3C locked up. Yeah, Bronny James is starting. LeBron's not playing. Bronny James is starting. They've got the 3 locked up. They've got the 3 locked up. There is nothing the Lakers can do. That's why they're playing poorly. Bronny is starting. That says everything you need to know about how seriously the Lakers are treating this game. 3rd and 9. Play clock winding down. And the Battlehawks will call a timeout. I think they're waiting to see if they should challenge that. And they'll burn a timeout here. Although, we're going to Blandino in the booth. They might be taking a look at this. Hang on. St. Louis is going to challenge it. They're going to challenge for PI. Would be first down the 18-yard line. Right, once upon a time, it was Will Grew's target at WVU. Rose back-to-back birdies at 9 under at Augusta. Let's check this. Was there PI? I want to see it up close. Was there contact before the ball got there? Obviously, if this doesn't work, you lose your challenge for the rest of the game. All right, this is the angle. I think there was an undercut of the knee before the ball was touched. Before the ball got there. I think there was an undercut of the knee. But they're going to say no. They're going to say no, I believe. St. Louis, no, they will lose a timeout. I think Blandino, if I can read lips, somehow bang bang. So I don't think it's going to be PI. So neither team has a challenge going into the second half. Unsuccessful. Both teams lose their super challenge. 3rd and 9. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Motioning is Pearson. Wilkins cannot take a sack. They're going to go deep. Incomplete. Looking for Darby. Incomplete on that one. 4th and 9. And they'll have to settle for a field goal for Rodrigo Blankenship. Yeah, Lakers have... It's the 4 through 8 where it's chaotic. But the 3 the Lakers have locked up. Blankenship. Kings lead by 3 against the Suns. They're only up by 3. That's embarrassing for the Kings. 47 for Rodrigo. That one's got the distance, and it's straight. It's good. Blankenship looking sharp so far. Yeah, no, I don't think Pistons are going to the finals. I just had to pick a team that wasn't the Celtics or the Cavs. It's going to be one of those two. Celtics or Cavs are going to the finals. That would be the Eastern Conference Finals more than anything crazy. It's just if I could pick any team that's not one of those, I would say the Pistons. But I don't think that's going to happen. 18-12 your score. Remember, St. Louis gets the ball to start the half, so as long as they can stay in this thing, they'll be okay. Bulls winning for the play-in tournament? I do not. I do not on that one. Most Bulls thing ever, though, to make it through the play-in tournament, make the playoffs, and just get bounced in 4. Hovering in mediocrity forever. Blankenship going to kick this ball off. Nuggets, Clippers, if they both win, I think Nuggets have the edge in that one. 87% win probability. 3-point game, 87% win probability? Wow, that's high. That's high. All right. Again, appreciate all you guys tuning in for this stream. We do have the emojis for both teams. If you are a member, you get a lot of perks for being a member for the low price of $5 a month. And one of those perks is the emojis you can use in the chat. The kickoff here. Fielded at the 5. Imagine making 4. I don't think so. So 25 and breaks the tackle at 30 down to the 32. Nice job there by Mickens. DC going to have the ball at the 32 with 45 seconds and 1 timeout. Pretty betting odds. That make yep. First down for Teamu. 2 touchdown passes today. It's an interesting day. Threw a pick. Should have thrown a pick 6. Special announcement. It's going to be St. Louis toast in the championship. If it's anything that's not that, I'd be flabbergasted. It's not going to be expansion. It's not going to be they signed a crazy player. It's going to be St. Louis. It's in St. Louis. The announcement is going to be St. Louis is going to host the championship. Play action. Teamu. Comeback route. Caught. Stays in bounds. Clock's going to keep running. Did not get the first down, so clock will continue to run. Gain of 9. We'll see if Harris wants to call timeout here. Not going to. No, it's not going to be an expansion team. There's no way. There's no way it's going to be. It's going to be St. Louis going to host the title game. They're not calling timeout. 20 seconds. It's not going to be joining the league either. It's not. Play action. Teamu. Pressured. Pita can't get the sack. Teamu just going to throw it away. There was no one in the area, but if he was outside the pocket. How's it going, Bobby? Will be out of the draft? I don't think he will be. You're a Laker fan? Oh, wow. Chiefs and a Laker fan, wow. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be honored at the draft. Because he did kill a man. Like, it's not like a situation where he was killed by someone else. What's that, a special announcement? To get you to watch the halftime show. But it's going to be St. Louis host on the title game. Because we don't know where the title game is hosted yet. We don't know. They should be announcing it by this point. That's for the season. Well, they wanted to do DC. That's why. They wanted to put in DC, but something fell through. 3rd and 1. Deep shot. Teamu. Incomplete. 6 seconds ago. Was it not his fault? No, he was driving the wrong way. It was entirely his fault. It was a hit and run. It was a... They wanted to announce before the season started, but DC, something fell through with Audi Field. So that's where it was going to be, according to all reports. You know, the crash was entirely his fault. He was driving the wrong way. He was drunk, and then he fled the scene. So, yeah, Club World Cup scheduling, yep. 4th and 1, going to have to punt this ball away. St. Louis going to get the ball back to start the second half. We'll see if Pearson can make any magic happen on this final play. This is one where you just pump this ball out of bounds if you're Paxton Brooks. Just don't let Pearson have a chance to return this. Punt it out of bounds. And they will... Well, they're not going to do that. They're going to punt it directly to Pearson. Pearson... Can he make some magic happen? He cannot. Still a risky... Did he show remorse? No, he did not. He did not. The statement he put actually had a completely different fact pattern, which is bizarre. I think it was weighing on his mind that he was going to go to jail for a long time. St. Louis betrayed the Rams. Was the vice versa when the Rams left? I think the Rams betrayed St. Louis. I mean, St. Louis is a football market. We've seen it with Battlehawks. 18-12 your score. Battlehawks will get the ball in the second half. When we start that. But again, I'm assuming the announcement is going to be St. Louis hosting the title game. Close one here. 18-12. I was going to change your mind last 30 seconds. What's the announcement going to be? I think the announcement is going to be that the UFL is expanding to 32 teams. So it's going to be an UFL team. Probably not anytime soon, but potentially. Potentially in the future. Oh, we have breaking baseball news. Justin Steele will miss the rest of 2025, the Cubs pitcher. All right. Yeah, the announcement is it's got to be St. Louis hosting the title game. There's no way it's going to be. Anything else. Any plans for Easter? Just streaming. Just streaming. Fact from 2020, 2035, 36 minutes to 40 in fiction. That's a lot of teams. 38, no, 38's a weird number. Yeah, Cubs cannot catch a break. They cannot. All right. If you own that poll, we got this halftime break. Keep you updated on the Masters as that's all taking place. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. Got some videos coming out tomorrow. Yeah, we'll see what Cujo. NFL expand. When do they expand? Probably next 10 years to 36. I'll go Europe, but I can't see them. Probably like a CBA or 2 CBAs from now. So I go 18 games, and then they'll do expansion after that. It's like it's gonna be to 36. You expect to change the scoreboard next Sunday? I'm not sure on that one. Haven't decided yet. Have not decided for that one. I appreciate all you guys tuning in for this stream. 27-28, we get 18. Fact. I think that's going to be the first season. NFL franchise ever contract? No. No chance. They print money. These franchises, you can do everything wrong, you still print money. And there'll be people that sell the teams. We're never going to see a contraction. Plus, the Players Association would never go for that. Because then you lose jobs. So I can't see it ever happening. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe, helps the channel a ton. I'll be Expense 32. Montreal Expos come back. I'm going to say no. I think Expos, I think it's done. I'm not sure it's going to work out. You need the stadium. You need a lot of stuff to happen for the Expos to come back. Announcement, I'm guessing it's going to be St. Louis hosts the championship. Hasn't been announced yet, but my guess is St. Louis will host the championship. All right, here we go. UFL Championship 25. We got the championship trophy out there. It's got to be. Again, this is the most obvious announcement in the history of announcements. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been since 52. Right, plus currency and everything, yeah. I'll be expanded to 32. They got to figure out the A's in the race situation first. You're not expanding until you figure out what's going on with two of your teams that have no home right now. See Garcia on the field. Remember, they got 27,000 last year at the championship for two teams that were not in St. Louis. The next 10 years, NFL puts the team somewhere in Canada, like the number of Sports Success fixture on that one. Fiction. Too much competition with the CFL. Be too much pushback. Powers and Fulham ones for Lombardi? No. No, they're one of the original members. Now, they might have moved to Milwaukee. That could have happened. They might have moved to Milwaukee if it wasn't for Lombardi, but they wouldn't have folded. And we had a feeling with this announcement. It's going to be St. Louis hosting the championship. And it will be. St. Louis, for the second straight year, will host the UFL championship. No real surprises there. Seeing as, again, last year they drew 28,000 for two teams that were not them. Have to wonder, St. Louis plays in the game, how much they can pack that dome. California Golden Steelers, Cleveland Mariners, the last Big Four team kind of full. Yep, they were. Today with TV contracts and the way unions are, there's no way it's going to happen again. Not any of the major four. In MLS, we saw a contraction with Miami, Miami Fusion and the Tampa Bay Mutiny. We saw that. But will UFL survive next season? I'm not sure. Hopefully. June 14th, Saturday. Yep, we'll be on the call for that game. We'll be on the call. I think June 15th is Father's Day, so. Announcement? That was the announcement. St. Louis hosting the championship. That was the announcement. Super Bowl and WrestleMania. What comes first? I would say WrestleMania. I would definitely say WrestleMania. All right. Appreciate all you guys tuning in for this stream. People seem like it. I would assume so. I don't know why you wouldn't. Why is it in St. Louis again? Partly because of availability. DC couldn't host it, and they know they're going to get good crowds in St. Louis. So. They don't want to take the chance here for plans. Nope. In the final round of the U.S. Open, they don't want to do that. Oh, that makes sense then. Yep, there we go. Next year, who's going to host it? I'd probably guess St. Louis again. Sorry, confirmed to be in St. Louis. It wasn't already confirmed, but it was pretty good. Commonwealth DC, the Club World Cup. Why not in the Texas cities? Because the crowds have not been good in the Texas cities. You want to go somewhere where you're going to get good attendance. They'll fire a commentator for being a fan of a team and showing bias for them instead of being neutral. I mean, the closest we had was Alex Hawkins. That was the closest we've had. I mean, back in the day, like back in the 60s, you had NFL and CBS announcers for each team. So it wasn't like, okay, the number one team gets the number one game. Number two team gets the number two game. It was the announcers would go wherever one team went, so you definitely have bias there. Massive breaking news. All right. I appreciate you guys tuning in for this stream. I thought you get St. Louis Chargers already. I think they want a team of their own. They want... If St. Louis is going to get a team, they want a team that's their own. Like, not a relocated team like the Rams were or like the Cardinals were. They want a team that's their own. Like, the Battlehawks, that's why it resonates so well. It is St. Louis' team. You should probably not do that, Jacob. All right. Second half going to start in just a little bit. St. Louis gets the ball to start. They've trailed the entirety of this game. So for Easter, I mean, I'm by myself this year, so. San Francisco could have kept the Chargers to San Diego? Not really. Not really anything, like, substantive. The field line always seemed to be more dim. Yes, it does feel very dark in there. It's always been like that. I understand they're not loyal. If the Browns moved again, I just watch them on TV. What should we mean by that? All right, 56% around with the Battlehawks to win this game. Let's do this thing. We'll be live tonight for Cubs Dodgers as well, so keep that in mind. Should be a fun stream there. Aerostate try for the Chargers says LA. No, because part of the agreement was the Rams were moving within the Chargers can move into their venue. They didn't have to decide right now. They could wait a year. And then go in after that. Marlon's looking great, yeah. Micro movie looks so my kids seem to love it, yeah. I won't see it in theaters because I just don't want a bad movie going experience. I don't want to pay money for it, but I mean, Jack Black's always good. He's always a fun person to watch. He was great on SNL last week. 76 Strap, Packers from their first two picks of players from what college? Ooh. I'm gonna guess Baylor. I'm going to go Baylor. All right. $18-12 your score. And if you are a member, we got emojis in the chat. DC and St. Louis. We'll swap them out for the Cubs Dodgers later tonight. Say Chicken Jack got sell. I don't think he did. I don't think he did, unless he said during the monologue. Oh yeah, he had some. It was Colorado. Ooh. But Minecraft wants Tennessee. I'm not a Minecraft person. Let's look at the point of the game. I don't get the point, but it's like open world sandbox. I guess it's like that. But for me personally, I'd rather just play a coaster game at that point. All right, let's do this thing. A Jaguars movie come out? No, it would be terrible. St. Louis gets the ball down by 6. Welcome the Battlehawks to here coming out of the halftime break. Mr. Beast movie 15 years. Fact on that one. Some studio's going to be dumb enough to give him a budget. Side music's great. The kick here fielded at the 4-yard line, and here we go. 15, 20, 25. Tries to bounce outside. Running out of some real estate at the 34. I love with the Cowboys and the MCs when they're on the East Coast. Part of it is because of just rivalries. Just rivalries. St. Louis serving up their championship there. Yeah, they get good attendance. They're in their turn holding on the receiving team. Coming in hot. Oh boy. Raiders went back to LA with the Chargers on the field. Same. Did they have 3 teams? No. They would never have 3. They would never have 3. Chargers would have gone somewhere else. First down. For St. Louis after the penalty on the kickoff. They'll start this drive of their own 20. Sunset's over. Thank God. Thank God. 2 at the top, where the Chargers go at that point. They might stay in San Diego at that point. They might stay there. Maybe Vegas? Yeah, they could go Vegas. First down. Wilkins, pressured, escapes the pocket, going to throw on the run, incomplete. Was out of the pocket, so no grounding there. Guess the closest guy, if you want to call that, was Chase Allen. That's a great piece of base hit by Corbin Carroll. Oh, that could be 3, potentially. That could be 3. Come on. Yeah, you're high horse. Go. Oh, that's only going to be 2. Had a chance at 3. Oh, no, you're good. You're good on that one, Keller. You're good. You're good. I'm glad it's done. Yeah. I mean, it was a bad season to watch. Just a bad season. I still watch it, just don't go to games. What's over the Suns season? Second 10, 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Oh, Crabtree to lead, but I'd probably say that. Wilkins, deep shot. Man open, but underthrown. And cannot make the juggling grab. Gary Jennings was wide open. He was wide open, but it was too late and a bit underthrown. Bryson Thompson on the pass break up there. Was underthrown and too late, but he was wide open. Been a couple times today, receivers been wide open and nothing doing. 3rd and 10. Empty backfields. Pearson motions over as a wide receiver. 3 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Wilkins. They send 3. Wilkins, drag route, open. Pearson, caught to the 35-40, flag on the play. It's probably going to come back, though, for OPI. Thompson seems to think it's OPI on a pick play. Ain't even with the Stanley Cup? I don't think so. Well, hang on a second. This might be coming back. Pearson was wide open. Was there a pick? Pass interference on the offense. Yep. Back it up 10 yards. Somehow Travis said the Saints getting Dart, not Sanders. Yeah, they're going to get a quarterback. I'd be surprised at this point, especially after the news with Carr, if they don't get a quarterback. So Darby scored the touchdown earlier. He's getting called for that. Phoenix Mercury, I just like watching the WNBA. I'm not really a fan of any team. Problem with WNBA is if the season starts, and there was no need to even commit that penalty. It wasn't even a pick play. There was no need to commit it. Problem with WNBA is that the season, by the time the games mean a lot, like the playoff games, it's during NFL and it's on Sundays. So, at that point, it's like, why should I root for a team when I can't watch the games that matter the most? Because I care about NFL more. 3rd and 20. Wilkins rolling out. He's going to get hit as he throws. Fires on the sideline. Incomplete. That's a quick 3 and out. NBA playoffs. I might stream that. I'm not sure yet. Not sure. Hate the Mercury. I don't blame you on that. Same with MLB. Well, MLB is a bit different. Because MLB, the games aren't interfering with the NFL. The WNBA playoff games are literally taking place at like 3 o'clock Eastern time on a Sunday. Phoenix at UFL will go to all the games today with DVAX. I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that. Depends where they play. Tempe, no. Chase Field, probably. I'm not sure. 4th and 20. The punt here by Hoffrichter. Fielded at the 35 by Roland. Roland makes one man miss. Can't make a second. Flag on the return. Flags fly. Birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday. Clients are diehard Cowboy fans. So the name of Dog Dak. That's a great name. Bracket challenge for NHL. I'm not sure yet. I don't think they have that on ESPN. Work for a team who wanted to sell you tickets. In that case, I'm definitely going. Hate limited challenges. Well, I'm fine with the idea that if you lose the first, you don't get a second for super challenges. Because otherwise, everything will get challenged. We go block in the back. We're on 14th. Nice. Right, it's got to be in close place. Although, at the same time, with an enclosed place, they didn't do that for the hot shots in the AAF. Base struck out. He's got to get DFA'd at this point. Oh, come on, Pave. That's not going to fall. First down after the penalty at the 30-yard line. 6-point game here. Teamu will get sacked on the play. The botch play from the start and making the stop is Mike Rose for a loss of 4. Tomorrow we are streaming the winner of You Make the Call. The Arizona Wranglers were another one. Lacking a championship, that's great. Teams have a challenge as long as they have a timeout. You lose challenge, you lose timeout. I think the game would take too long for super challenges if that happened. Stream tomorrow. I'm streaming one of those games. I'm streaming the Dodgers-Rockies games. 2nd and 13. I think it's because they don't want the games to take 5 hours. Because people would be super challenging a lot if that happened. Out route, that ball is caught. They get the yardage back. 8 of 3. Powell brought down by Sebastian. Maybe you fire the official. I don't think there'll be money to fire people. I don't think the UFL has money to fire people. Oh, McElroy. Oh, stay up. Stay up. Okay. Whew, thank God. That was 2 feet away from going into the water. Worst 17 ever besides Sixers and the Bobcats. Ooh. God. What was that Nets team that started like 0-17? 3rd and 9. Teamu. Middle of the field. And going to the ground to make the grab is the backup, Brent Shannon. He had a 20 and a first down. Big 3rd down conversion there. One at the top, 2 at the bottom. Right, if you get to stay farm, yeah. All good, Mahomes. All good. Handoff. Smith breaks the tackle to the 45. Smith to the 40. And he's thrown out at the 39. Longest run for Smith today. Thrown out by Miles Sims. First down. I'll be on tomorrow all night. Yeah, C-Down is playing at... Yeah. Right, they would play at Lumen. I mean, they play at Lumen in 2020 and 23, so... UFL absorb AF brands? I don't know, the brands weren't that strong. The brands weren't really that strong. Doing all the D-backs game in 6 Road Series? Most of them. We're doing all the Marlins games. We're doing most of them. Play action, Teamu, screen pass. That's caught, but blown up immediately. Then the ball comes out at the very end, the 45-yard line. Deion Jackson. How's it going, Cujo from FML Country? Jeez. Yeah, I'm assuming you saw the Steel News. Yep, there it is. Assuming you saw the Steel News. Oof. Bad break. Yeah, the 0910 Nets. Yep, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, that's a tough blow. Team that was already struggling with pitching. That's a tough blow. 2nd and 14. Right, Arizona have to be Wranglers, yeah. 2nd and 14. Play action. Teamu. Looking. Intercepted! No flags. Chris Payton-Jones breaks a few tackles, and he will get past midfield for the 2nd pick of the game. Chris Payton-Jones was a good drive by DC, but Payton-Jones on the pick. DC has no super challenges. There are no flags, and St. Louis will take over with 9:20 to go. Overthrown. Was moved to Brooklyn. That's right then. I think it was, yeah. Looking for Roland. Too much on it. St. Louis ball. Low scoring upside. Well, to be fair, this week's been pretty good. To be fair, this week has been pretty good for the games. Last game was great. The The game earlier today I couldn't call was great. It's a bummer I couldn't call. That game actually was high scoring. The overs hit 2 of the last 3. Like, legitimately hit 2 of the last 3. The first 2 weeks I'll give you. St. Louis ball when we get back. And it's a TV-driven league. We're going to see. It depends on if Fox and ESPN want to keep this thing afloat. Now, I think the thing is that if the UFL was smart, they would move Memphis to Austin. If they were smart, move Memphis to Austin. Save his own travel costs. Memphis is not supporting this team, which I don't blame them. UFL get to expand? Hopefully at some point. Then you got to stabilize the markets you got right now before you can expand. Dallas ever get a team with the North Stars only Minnesota? Yes. Too big of a market not to. Especially with the Southern expansion that Bettman had. Dallas would absolutely get a team. There's no way the NHL would not have a team in Texas by this point. With how big Bettman was on Southern expansion, there is no way that they would not have a team in one of the largest states in the country. AHL playoff spots locked up. All right. Cavs have to play a lot better, though, as of late. The last week has been rough for them. Memphis Sun football entirely. I think they need assurance. Will they move them to Austin? They should. I don't think they will, but they should. I think they need some assurance. Because I get it. Look, if you lived in Memphis your whole life, you saw your WFL team come and go. You saw your USFL team come and go. You saw your CFL USA team come and go. You saw the NFL use you as a tool, as like a token for like a temporary home for the Titans. And they had no identity because they were the Oilers. You saw the Maniacs come and go. You saw the Iron come and go. Or, not the Iron, that was Birmingham. The Express come and go. Like, I get it for Memphis. You've been burned too many times. What major sport expands next? I think NHL. The next 5 years. Pakistan, I'm going to say fact on that one. Vegas team to play at the ballpark? I'm not sure. You probably could. Minnesota's struggling but winning? Yep. How could you turn the city into a football market? I think, honestly, the way to do it for Memphis and the Mad Dogs, yeah. CFL USA. I think for Memphis, the way you do it, if you're going to do it, well, that doesn't count. Tigers, that's college football. That doesn't count. College teams can't move. That's a whole different sport. The thing with that, also, Memphis is on a declining population. I'm not sure it's possible. I honestly don't know if it's possible. If it is, the way you do it, the UFL needs to be around for like 20 years, so you know it's staying. You need to know, okay, the UFL, this league is not like the other leagues. It's going to stay. So it's going to take 20 years, I think. And then at that point, you can go to Memphis and be like, okay, like, none of the teams have folded. We're still expanding. We're on good financial footing. I think that's what happened. Did they get another sports team? No. Declining population, it would make no sense. Bad TV market, declining population. Memphis will not get another pro sports team. It's the Grizzlies, and that's it. No, McElroy, 5 strokes up with 8 to play. He can't possibly. Maybe 15? Yeah. It would have to be a long enough time. Like MLS, there was a while where it's like, is this league going to last? Or is this like the other sporting soccer leagues that we've had that have all failed? And then it got to a point where we don't think about MLS surviving. Like, you just know it's going to be there. The Grizzlies move? No. Hand off there, a gain of 4. Like, we are past the point with MLS where we think about the league's survival. At this point with MLS, it's, well, they're not going anywhere. So, that's a little bit... So, it's almost like that. You need to reach that point with the league. It's going to be tough for Memphis. I don't think it's a smart market to be in right now. 2nd and 7. Tries to bounce outside. Sailors will get back to the line. That's about it. You know about it? Yeah, well, I think 15... Yeah, I think 15 years, too. Pretty similar. And to the NHL, probably they'll go Phoenix when they get that sorted out. They'll probably add like 2 more in the next few years. UFC surprise Nunez. I think Nunez deserves it. 3rd and 7. Is this 4-down territory here in plus territory at the 42-yard line. 2 at the bottom, 3 at the top. Wilkins can take advantage of the pick for Chris Payne Jones. They send 4. Checks it down and out. That ball's caught. Gonna be a gain of about 5 to the 38. Pearson on the grab, and that will bring up 4th and 3. I figure they're gonna kick the field goal here. Or no, go for it, I should say. I figure they're gonna go for it here. Too far for a field goal. So we'll go 58. So 5 years for that. Yeah, we're talking 2 different things with that. 4th and 3. We have a stoppage here with 7:50 to go. If you like what we see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe, helps the channel a ton. And you should get your question right away. Those are just going the way they see them. Tomorrow we got a video dropping. It is a wild one. I legitimately, it's a wild video. When I say, I promise you this video is about the NFL draft, and I promise you it's not an exaggeration, I mean it. I mean it. It's a wild one. Yeah, Memphis will every time they move. They're going to kick the field goal, though. They're going to have Blankenship try this. It's a long kick. 56 yards versus 4th and 3. I don't know about this one. I'd rather go for it. Blankenship. Does it have the distance? It's good. Blankenship, though, drills it. Rodrigo Blankenship. Trying to get it back into the NFL. And with kicks like that, that's going to help. They get 3 off the turnover. And they trail by 3. NBA extension coming the next 5 years. I think that'll come. Yeah, I think that's going to come soon. As well. I mean, that's going to come soon as well. No, not the decision. He made the kick. If he can hit it. Look, Blankenship's one of those guys. If he can hit it, that's fine. We got Johnster with a 5. Appreciate you a ton as always, man. Really appreciate your support of the channel. Thank you so much, man. Fact or fiction? And music wasn't so segmented today. Sabrina Carpenter have a chance to pass Taylor Swift in popularity. Fiction. And the reason why on that is because Taylor Swift appeals to more people, seeing as Sabrina Carpenter is very risque. Taylor Swift's way more family friendly. And maybe viewers understand why they expand. Because there's money to be made in expansion. Yeah, I saw the Lacey stuff. I did see the Lacey thing. The decision regardless? Nah, I mean, look, Blankenship, he's got a range. It's risky. Like, the idea of kicking a field goal is not bad if you can hit it. In Barclays Drop, I remember that. Right, it's going to be Seattle and Vegas when they expand. But yeah, Lacey, yeah, just a sad situation all the way around. It's a sad situation all the way around. There are no winners in that story. 18-15 your score. Like, Blankenship is not like most kickers in this league. We're 4th and 3 versus a 56-yard field goal. Blankenship actually is not like most kickers in this league. St. Louis State's NBA team. How's it going? STL Cards 420. I love the name, by the way. I'm not sure if it's going to happen because of the Spirit situation, but we'll see. Cat is it still the decision? He misses that? Well, it depends how bad. Like, distance-wise, he got it. Like, by mattress, I would not. What teams would be added for what sport? The kickoff here is going to be fielded at the 5-yard line by DC. Taken out to the 20. 25 and 30. Breaks the tackle down to the 34. People are interested in the current proc. Why wouldn't you invest until you fix your issues? Well, I think expansion would help with that, actually. I think expansion actually kind of helps in that regard. Because now you get more ratings in Seattle and Vegas. When is NBA expand? The next 5 years. Maybe pretty close to expansion soon. It's not if they're losing money. It's more of, hey, we can get good ratings in Seattle and Vegas. 2 big markets, 2 growing markets. This would help. Barkley Caddis pass is still no decision. It's still a bad play. Yes, it's still a very bad play. I'm not making the video on it, but it's still a very bad play. Handoff here busted completely. Smith runs into Teamu. He runs into his own quarterback there. It's a loss of about 8. Willie Harvey on the stop. Just blows by the right guard, Jahari Branch. 6 game of the Vipers. It's a lot better than what Memphis is doing. It's where, like, by XFL numbers, 6K is not good. By UFL numbers and by USFL numbers, it's pretty good. What is backfire? We'll see. Second 15, Teamu. They send 4. Teamu, screen pass, caught. Does he have blockers downfield? He does have a few. Smith breaks a tackle, and he will be just shy of the sticks. Gain of 14. Nice run after the catch there. Brought down on the play by Miles Sims at the 38-yard line. Or thereabout. Actually, my apologies, not 38, the 43, I should say. 3rd and 1. Score the Warriors game. They are down by 1. Handoff here. First down. Nice back plays there by Smith. The D-backs had no runs on Friday. No runs the first 8 innings on Saturday, and then somehow got 5 in there. Phoenix, had the XFL had another season, that would have been interesting. That would have been exciting. I would have supported them. All good, Hunter. Appreciate you tuning in, as always. First down, Teamu fakes the pass to the flat. Now looking out route, low throw, and overthrown, incomplete. Too far out in front for Chris Rowland. 2nd and 10. Arizona's fun. I got no complaints about living out here. The heat, you get used to it. I got no complaints about living out here. At all. Second and 10. Rivers game won 2 games in a row. It's not a good season for Atlanta right now. 2nd and 10. Handoff here. Huge hole. Jackson to the 40. 35-30. Cannot stay on his feet down the 23. Deion Jackson. Huge run there. About 30 yards. And they're in plus territory at the 23-yard line. They went for 2 big, so I had no choice. Yeah. Yeah, for work-related stuff, yep. First down the 23. Play action, curl route, caught. First down, Cornell Powell down to the 9. Quinterio Cole in the stop. Every time St. Louis answers, DC comes right back. First and goal. Teamu, pressure, throws, flag on the play. I think it should be a free play here for DC. Chris Payne Jones, they're gonna get him for defensive holding or PI. Yeah, 2 minute man on the field. Yep. Is it the end of spring football for UFL folds? I think so. As we know it, at least. As we know it, it's the end. First and goal at the 4. Because this league has the backing, like money, like TV network wise and whatnot. NASCAR Extreme Football League. I don't know if they would want to do that. First and goal. 4:20 to go in the 3rd. Teamu hands it off. Tries to bounce outside. Cannot do so. Smith brought down in the backfield by Quinterio Cole. So loss of 3, and Smith is slow to get up. Abram Smith, that'd be a big loss if he cannot go. He got hurt last week for a little bit. The very end of the Showboat scheme. He is slow to get up. He's walking off on his own power. The first overall pick in the draft in 23. You have mini helmets? So some of them I just found on random websites. The Brahmas one was custom made for me. A viewer made that one for me. The Showboats, Panthers, and Stallions you can actually get on the UFL website. And then there were a few others from XFL 2020 that they sold. So I got those. So like DC, that's the old helmet of DC. It's the old DC helmet. The Houston Roughnecks, that's the old Houston Roughnecks from 2020. Empty backfield, Teamu. They're only sending 2. End zone, wide open, dropped! Ty Scott would have been his 2nd touch of the day. He drops it. Brings up 3rd and goal. St. Louis only send 2. Appreciate it, Hunter. Yeah, so the setup, I got the USFL from the 1980s, XFL 01, and then XFL 2020, the other ones. Sea Dragons, Wildcats, Guardians, and Vipers. Got those. So hopefully I can get a few more in the collection at some point. Oops, wrong thing. 3rd and goal. Teamu. Empty backfield. Takes the snap. Looking. Pressured. Rolling out to the right side. Directing traffic. Fires across his body. Incomplete. Off the hands of Powell. Cole might have gotten a hand on that one. Either way, DC going to be forced to settle for 3. As DeChambeau has fallen off entirely. And McElroy at 13 under. Up by 4 on the 13th. McCrane. Should be a chip shot for him. $27. Shanked it! He shanked it to the left! Matt McCrane! Not even close! DC dropped a touchdown pass in the end zone. Thought they had 6. They'll walk away with 0. McCrane shanks it completely. From the 4-yard line. Usually a reliable kicker. Completely shanks someone from inside 30. I still came back to 22 on my team I watched was Sea Dragons. Fell in love with them. Said so they're gone. Yeah, you and me both. Yeah, Seattle was a good market. Seattle was a really good market. The Sea Dragons? What'd I say? With the Sea Dragons? It was a good market. It was a really good market. But yeah, McCrane missed the field goal. St. Louis ball, they get at the 20 when we get back. No, he's not going to count. That's a rare miss from McCrane. He's usually pretty good. I don't know what happened there. Just going to take a quick bathroom break. All right. Let's see what we got here. Still getting major sports team sets NBA. I don't know why they would. They have every other league. They don't really need another major sports team. They got NFL, they got MLB, they got NHL, they got WNBA, they got MLS. Oh, the last one left is NBA. So, doesn't really mean anything. Beth and Brick with Taco Bell commercial play. Nice. Your potty tunity, baby. Your angel soft potty tunity. Your Nuggets are locking to the 4. All right. That'll be fun. Good job with the Nuggets this week. If you fire them alone, should bounce back pretty nicely. Yeah, that was your potty tunity, baby. We got a wild game here right now. I appreciate all you guys tuning in for the stream. Number 2 in the West is the Rockets. UFL full, the current viewership? It's a mixed bag. The viewership right now is a mixed bag. So the FS1 number last week was great. The over-the-air numbers have not been great. I don't know. We'll see what the ratings are like week 3, not competing against March Madness or anything like that. We'll see. All right. When I leave for Green Bay, I leave on, I think, Tuesday. I leave. Or Monday or Tuesday. Okay, I mean, Houston was back with the team in 23. It was actually the only one to come back in 22. It's actually worked together for a bit. Nice. All right. That's so good. The party. I like it. 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Ball to 25. Yeah, Logan finds success. Yep. They give to the side. Nothing doing there for Howard. Loss of 2 thrown down by Derek Roberson, who had a sack earlier in the game. Gets a tackle for a loss there. 2nd and 12. Yeah, well, I leave for Green Bay on Wednesday, but that's from New York. So I'm going to do some streams from the New York studio for a little bit. Tennis for the draft? No. Leave next week. Next week. I meant next Tuesday. Players been like 29. Yeah, they have nothing to play for. 2nd and 11. Wilkins, play action, stepping up, rolling out, shovel pass. That ball's caught by his tight end. It's Allen down to the 30-yard line. Nice bit of improvisation there. Makes it 3rd and 5. Oh, that's a good story, David. That's a good one. Yeah, like it's locked to the 3. There's nothing to play for. I mean, Bronny's starting today, for crying out loud. Leave 8. No, the draft is next Thursday. They're not getting another major sports team. They have every other team. Week 5 of the UFL? Yes, I am. I'm gonna be missing week 5, unfortunately. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Send for Wilkins. Throw it on the run, gets hit. Caught, though, by his tight end at the 37. Jake Sutherland, his first grab of the day. And so I leave, I think, either Monday or Tuesday for New York. Then I leave from New York on Wednesday for the draft because I go direct to Green Bay. And then I leave on Sunday. Go back to New York for a little bit. And then back to Phoenix for 2 weeks. Then back to New York for a weekend. And then back to Phoenix. It's going to be hectic. First down. Injured player is Thompson for DC. That's a stoppage. McElroy's lead is cut to 3. Where's Skin Butler? He's got a hamstring injury. He's out for the 2nd straight week. He's nursing a hammy. So McElroy's lead down to 3. Unless I was sorry. Oof, yeah. Now it's on the Kings and playing tournament. Oh boy. 2 teams that have no business being in the playoffs. I kind of want the Mavs to win it all just to see what the heck happens. I kind of want to see Dallas win it all just to see what would happen. Clontell again to second against. He's in there. Has Diaz played this for the Mets? Yes, he's played. Then my Fontaine's point. Oh, wow. Almost there. All right, first down. Either run ball, pressure. Yeah, they haven't done a whole lot on the ground. Sailors hasn't done a whole lot today. We'll see. First down, the defensive... Yeah, well, they try pitching it there to Sailors, and he gets brought down immediately at the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 6. It is DeAndre Baker, the former first-round pick. Weird Al Halftime Show. That'd be fun. It's not going to happen, but... Clippers Warriors 4-course game of the day. All right. If the Mavericks won, I can't imagine what happened there. So St. Louis, nothing going on the ground today. 2nd and 16. Wilkins, 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom. They send 5. Wilkins, quick pass here, going deep, incomplete for Darby. No flag. Great coverage there by Baker. In a sales contest? Oh, let's go. ABCs, baby. Always be closing. On ESPN? Yeah, I gotta see if I can calibrate a TV with that, because right now I got Masters and D-backs. 3rd and 16. We will go to the 4th. They're gonna have to get a playoff, and they will not. Who wins this game? Defenders or Battlehawks? Put a poll up. If you like what you see, like and subscribe. Every donation counts toward you make the call. I'm going to decide which game we're calling. And you got to see all this fun stuff that's taking place. Tomorrow, video coming out at around 9 a.m. Eastern. It is crazy. When I say this is one of the craziest videos I put out, I mean it. I legitimately mean it. You've only written down because UFL game. Yep. It's odd. I think of it like that. But when I... Like, you have no idea what this video is going to be about. But holy cow. I found the story yesterday while researching for the draft, and man, I just didn't have time to get it out today, but man, oh man on that one. You're going to be in awe. I'll put it that way. I promise you it's an NFL video. You're not going to see it coming, though. I'll put it that way. Some of this, it's like a comment that someone made. It got reported on in a couple of newspapers, but man. It's a comment someone made after the draft, and man, it did not age well. At the time, did not age well. In real life, it's bad. It was very, very bad. Was it focused on 1980? Come on with a tour. Who gave Babe the green light to swing 3-0? Yeah, no one should have the green light to swing on 3-0. No one should have the green light to swing on 3-0. 3-0, you take one. Unless it's like a fastball right down the middle. No one's talked about this story before. It is insane. I will put it that way. It is an insane draft story where my jaw was on the floor. Like, I literally had, like, I'm in a group chat with a lot of, like, other sports YouTubers. I literally had to like, see from experience, because I've never done anything like this. I had to see, like, with other YouTubers, like, am I allowed to say this word in the video or the title? Because it's that insane. Take 3 sound like Banner Rangers manager? Yep. Well, Beatty's got a chance at the Hall of Fame. Beatty's got a very good chance at making the Hall of Fame. Beatty's got 121 hits so far. 3,000, you're a lock to get in. Got 121 hits in 180 games. If he plays about 4,000 games. Oh, no, not that. No. It's not that. Plays 4,000 games, which would take him to like 50. 50 years old. Oh, 23. Oh, you're telling me. I have no idea. I mean, you mean the Tex Rangers? They just dealt with injuries. They'll be okay this year though. 3rd and 16. Wilkins, angle route caught by Sailors to the 40, down to the 42. They'll get some yardage back, but they'll have to punt. Can't do anything with the missed field goal. Kings beat the Suns. Finally, it's about time. It's over. Thank God. 4th and 5. Battlehawks have to punt this ball away. Final day of the NBA season. Yes, it is. The punt here by Hoffrichter. So he's 15. Yep, he will. He will. If Satchel Paige could play in his 50s, Brett Beatty absolutely can as well. Punt taken, DC going to start the drive and right around the 20-yard line. Had the lead the entirety of this contest. There's been a dogfight here at the Dome. Blown chances on both sides. For the right to be the first and only 3-0 team in the league 3 weeks in. First down at the 24-yard line. Smith back in the game after getting hurt the last drive. Now they're never going to playoffs begin. Yep. Play action. Slam pass. Te'amu finds his man at the 37-yard line. It is Braylon Sanders. Call it a gain of 13. He was down by contact way before. He was out at the 37. Yeah, Franco 49 was the only super regular. Yeah, and Brett Beatty can appear regularly too. With how good science is nowadays, with how good if Beatty keeps himself in good shape, he can play another 30 years. Hand off down to the 42. We'll call it a gain of 3. 2nd and 7. I mean, Harold Baines is in. He's in for accumulating stats over the years, even though he didn't have any like great seasons. He didn't have a great peak. 2nd and about 7. Handoff here, Smith. That's going to be close to the 6 at the 48-yard line. I think they give it to him. Obviously, Brett Beatty has... I'm completely kidding when I say that about Brett Beatty. He has no chance, obviously. First down, Te'amu. They send 6. Fires to the sideline incomplete. You know, I was completely kidding about Beatty. I was completely... No, he is nowhere close. He will not play until he's in his 50s. Why St. Louis playing badly right now? Wilkins, the offensive line, it really comes down to the O-line. They can't run the ball. Wilkins has no time to throw. Defensive line for DC has just been dominating today. Jared Jones-Smith has had a nightmare of a game at tackle. The tackles have been terrible today. Interior's been bad. Everyone's been bad on the offensive line for St. Louis. Battle of the trenches, and right now the battle is being won handily by DC. 2nd and 10. Play action, slam pass, caught, and then dropped. Who's got the ball? Did he complete the process? And if he did, who's got the ball afterwards? Did the ground cause the fumble? A lot to sort out here. So it's his 3rd. Oop, my bad. Let me change it. Hang on. They're going to say incomplete. The ground caused it. Did he... So it wouldn't be a fumble. Did he make a football move? Did he take that 3rd step? They're going to take a look at this, obviously. It's a big play. It's either a first down or it's 3rd and long. 1, 2, 3rd move. I don't think he survived the process of making a catch. There was no football move. There was no tuck. There was no 1, 2... Unless... Did he take the 3rd step? Where did he catch the ball is the question. How's it going, Peter? The story Rich Washington football? Potentially. Potentially. And we're going to say no, he did not... The first foot was not down when he made the grab, so 2 feet. And then did not survive the ground. Did not make a football move. The 3rd step, the ball was out by that point. 3rd and 10. 1 top, 3 at the bottom. Te'amu. They're going to send 5. Look, in the middle of the field. That ball overthrown. Roland was open. That slam pass has been open many times today. But it seems like DC, there's a timing issue. Meanwhile, McElroy is blowing the lead. McElroy double bogeys. And we are tied at the Masters at 11 under with Justin Rose and Rory McIlroy. He was up by 5 strokes. Is this really going to happen again? He was up by 5 strokes on the back. Is this really going to happen again with Rory? A punt here. Bounce to the 21. It's not a good punt. If you're... I don't know why St. Louis is not touching this ball. It's not the 10. It's down to the 9, but again, it's not going to be touched there because it was touched at the 21. So, St. Louis ball at the 21-yard line. I don't know why St. Louis went away from there. I don't know why they ran away from the ball on that one. Rose, tee shot into the first cut. A lot of people watch golf. First down, the 21 for Wilkins. I don't believe this with Rory. I really can't believe this with Rory. Well, that's a bad miss by Aberg. Avoid the trip. How's it going, Connor? Welcome to the chat. Appreciate you tuning in. For $5 a month, you get a lot of cool perks for being a member. And one of the things you do get is you can use the Battlehawk emojis. We do have those for every Battlehawk game. Hey, Scheffler, he's teeing off here on the 16th, par 3. Yeah, Norman's thinking, watching. Oh boy. I don't even want to know what he's thinking. I mean, Rory can't possibly lose this again. All right, Rory teeing off. Here we go. That one, oh God, it's hooking right. Oh God, that's hooking way right. That is hooking way right. He's gonna be in the fescue. Oh my God. He's in the fescue. Bubba, open a can shot. Bubba Watson? Vanderbilt's left. Yeah. The biggest choke in Masters history, and now, oh God, he's on the verge of doing it again. And St. Louis Ball to 21. We're at a commercial break right now. I appreciate all you guys tuning in for this stream. Yeah, Bubba Watson, yeah, he was a great player. He had one of the greatest shots in Masters history. Seems like a nice guy too. I don't believe this with Rory. Ned said that was going to be the back 9, but still, up by 5 strokes. The back. How can he possibly do this again? White Whale Syndrome, yep. I appreciate all you guys tuning in for this stream. Had a wild week in the UFL this week. Every game has been decided by 3 points or less. We're having Bryson. Oh, Bryson fell off a while ago. Start with a bad first hole and everything after that. Best friend for the UFL team? I hope so too. Torpedo bet 1500 baseball. If it's allowed, might as well. If it's allowed. There's nothing illegal about it. It's like getting fitted for golf. For a golf club. I ball the 22-yard line. Not a great punt there. And here we go. Wilkins. 2 on the top, 1 on the bottom. It's so tight for Lee. That is insane. Screen pass. Sailors. Has not got a whole lot going today, but that's going to help. A screen pass out of bounds to the 30-yard line. Gain of 8. 2nd and 2. Three at the top, 1 at the bottom. Didn't get to see yesterday's games, of course. That's game I missed. Yep. This week's been pretty good. Wilkins swings it out to Sailors. Breaks the tackle, first down, and then some to the 35, 40, 45. Spin move. Sailors, 36-yard line. Jacob Sailors. 34 yards. On the swing, making the entire DC defense miss there in field goal range. What shall DC do with a drunken sailor? They can't bring him down there. Rory's second shot. Pretty good from that spot, you know? From the fescue, pretty good. It's short of the green, but he'll have that chip for birdie. Not terrible. You get up and down on that one. Howard, handoff, down to the 33. Called a gain of 3 on that one. Sailors getting a breather. 2nd and 7. For first place in the XFL conference. Wilkins, pressured, avoids the sack, avoids the pressure by Kidd, and is going to throw this one out of bounds underhanded. 3rd and 6. Now Justin Rose is a giant tree in front of him. It's not a good angle here. It's not a good angle. No late hit on Anthony Hines on that one. How do you play this if you're Rose? There's that giant tree. How can you get over the tree? Well, he's going to play it safe. He's going to go to the right side. He's going to play for par on that one. 3rd and 6. 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Wilkins can't take a sack here. Rolling out. Throwing across his body. Intercepted! Wilkins, a horrible mistake there. Picked off by Willie Drew. What was Wilkins doing? There's a flag on the play. Might be in the area of holding. It's in the backfield. But what is this flag? They're talking it over. Wilkins threw across his body on that one. What's the call? Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness on the defense. And I believe was it after the pick or was it during the pick? Where was the foul? Where did it occur? Before or after the interception? Where did this foul occur? It's on DC. Well, it occurred during the interception. So DC ball. DC ball. They'll have the 22. From tying the game with a field goal. All Wilkins had to do was not throw across his body like that. I don't know what he was thinking, but Willie Drew gets the interception. Ball at the 18. First down, handoff up the middle. We'll call it a gain of 1 for Deion Jackson. Thrown down by Fadakasi. Do you see we're on the clock? I mean, theoretically they can, but there's still 8 minutes left. It would take a long drive. Granted, we saw a 10-minute drive in Memphis, yesterday. St. Louis Stevens played very well today. All things considered. 6 points they allowed were not their fault. They came on 2 field goals after the offense turned it over. 2-point game. Ooh. 1 at the top, 2 at the bottom. They give up the middle. Jackson. Jackson brought down the 22-yard line. We'll call it 3rd and 7. My clock is not running. Oh, no, it is. Third down. McElroy for par. Oh my God, he missed. Oh my God, McElroy missed. He's down by 1 stroke now. 3rd and 6. Teamu. Deep shot. For his tight end. Got it. Back shoulder throw. It's Briley Moore. McElroy is not in the lead. If Alex on the Super Shot, that is killing him now. Briley Moore makes the grab, gets by Meters and Cole. The amount of opportunities St. Louis had today, the drop pick 6 by Meters. The bad throw by Wilkins across his body. Bigger choke than Duke in the NCAA Final Four? I would say yes. Up by 5 strokes after what happened in 2011. The handoff here to Smith to the 48. We'll call it a gain of 3. Second and 7. It chokes of the year, man. And Texas Tech. Texas Tech is up there as well. Second and 6. Play action. Te'amu. Hit as he throws. Deep shot. Cannot high point the ball. Incomplete. Looking on the play for Powell. Te'amu took a shot on that one. Third and 7. Oberg is at minus 10. McElroy minus 10. Rose at minus 11. Where's it tied? Oh boy. Third and 7. 6 minutes to go. DC a 1-for-1 on third down this drive. Can they make it 2 for 2? Team choice to accept or decline false start? No, because it took place before the play happened. They should have the choice to do that. I know after the Arlington-Birmingham game. I know that, but it changes the whole play. Pre-snap shouldn't be. Yeah, Roseberry 17. Well, he's at par for 17. This is his par. Oh, we're 1-1 for this game. We'll see. I think people are tuning off now, knowing, oh crap, the Masters just got very interesting. Rose, this for par. It's about 5 feet. Get this, he can stay in the lead. Otherwise, we got a 3-way tie between Oberg, McElroy, and Rose. This is for par. We have a stoppage here, timeout on the field. Can I win the gold jacket? You know, at this rate, McElroy was at 14 under. DeChambeau was at 9. On the 10th. It's all falling apart. Yeah, great day for the UFL. It looks like he was 15 for 35. Not that Wilkins is doing any better. Not that Wilkins is having a good day of his own. Wilkins is 14 for 26 with 2 picks at a 50.2 passer rating. Te'amu this season, he's going about 40% of his passes. For the wins, that was a team back in the day in the 70s. All right, the putt here by Rose to keep the lead. Justin Rose. Drifting. That's not got a chance. That never broke. He pulled it. He pulled it left of the cup. Yep, this is Top 10 Sports Day. We're going to be tied at 10 under. A 3-way tie at 10. Pulled it left of the cup. That's why if there was a false start. Referee error. Yes, it was a referee error. Yes. Half the players stopped playing as well. Yeah, it was referee error. Now McElroy teeing off on the par 5. It is 10 under. First shot for McElroy. Looks pretty good. Down the left side. That stays clean. Maybe goes first cut, but nothing too bad on the first. Nothing too bad there for Rose on the first. Oberg, he's still on 16. He's still on. All right. Corey Fowler, 3-3 for those coming up. Oh, boy. One thing he can't do. Rose just bogey 17, yes. He hasn't putted yet, but he's going to. He's going to bogey 17. So, 1-footer. He can't miss this. Meanwhile, 3rd and 7 at the 48. Oberg, second shot off the green. As Te'amu, look, in the middle of the field, open! Going to the ground to make the grab is Mickens. His first of the day down to the 27. 2 for 2 on third down this drive. Oberg's got that left for par. It's been about 10 feet for par. Not the best putt there. Down to the 27. Mickens makes the grab. Handoff here to the side. Call a gain of 2 at the 24 for Smith. 2nd and 8. I'll put a poll up. Why not? I'm going to put a poll up. Why not? Look at the enter here? Maybe. Oversit 2 of 3, though, today. Oversit 2 of 3. Second and 8. Ball at the 20. Third. Yeah. The 21. Bedford penalty to commit. They did. It's happened a few times, though. Timeout DC. They got 1 left. Phillies don't show the card state, so what, they take 2 out of 3? Pretty good. They never had a chance to win Friday's game, seeing as Friday they came in like super late. Bryson not having anymore. Not completely. He's got a par 5 to make up some ground here. We know what DeChambeau operates with how strong he is off the tee. Going bold sports, yep. Basically calling everything at this point. Rose going to tee off on the 18th. He's +2 on the 18th. Meanwhile, 1st and 5 for DC. That was what happened. There was a penalty on the play. Time 111. Yeah, Scheffler, he's got a birdie both. You figure 10 under. You figure 11's going to win, I think. I think 11's going to win. 2 at the bottom here. The give. Nothing there. 2nd and 5. Feeney on the stop. Rose tee shot is good. Right down the middle. Bill Gilmore away. It's very. A lot of people stop playing on that one too. A lot of people stop playing on the Birmingham Arlington play. Like, I feel like the whole point of the schedule is to correct things if they're blatantly wrong, and that one was blatantly wrong. Now we shouldn't punish. Like, we gotta get the call right. Oberg knocks down the par. 2nd and 5. Teamu fires. End zone. One-handed attempt. Incomplete. But flag for PI. They're gonna get a flag for PI. It was a very late flag on Lucas Dennis. They'll get it for PI. Pass interference, no super challenges left. They're going to say was holding the left arm. Was holding the left arm. I don't know about that. It's a close call. It's a close call. Was holding the left arm. 1st and goal at the 5. Under 4 to go. That pick by Wilkins looming large. Motioning is Roland. They give up the middle. Smith bounces off a will-be tackler, but cannot bring himself over the goal line. Cameron Kelly on the stop of the 3. DeChambeau. I think that's wet. DeChambeau's wet on that one. Was going for the green. Trying to get there in 2. Just misses short. He's wet. 2nd and goal. Ball at the 3. Crazy Davis Sports in the pistol. Teamu. Smith. Cannot get anything. Tries to bounce outside and nothing doing. Brought down the play by Cole. 3rd and goal at the 3. See if I can throw ESPN on one of the other TVs. I don't know if I'll be able to. McElroy trying to get around the tree. That's a beautiful hook. Is that going to get over? It does! McElroy, what a shot by him! Holy cow! The slice on that one! To get around the tree, left that for eagle. Beautifully done. 10 feet for eagle. Third and goal. More in motion. Third and goal. Teamu tipped and caught! Tipped on the play and still caught by Powell. Touchdown! DC! The ball was tipped up in the air, and Powell dives to make the grab. What a phenomenal grab. 9-point game. Can make it 2 scores with a 1-point conversion here. Everything is happening right now. Throw on the Clippers game. Why not? Jeez. D-backs, Brewers tied at 2 going into the 7th. Masters heating up. They're going to go for 1. They're going to go for 1. Powell with the diving grab. Teamu's 3rd touchdown of the day. Teamu runs to the outside. Cannot set the corner. Cannot turn the corner. Callahan O'Reilly keeps it at a 1-score game. Battlehawks not out of it yet. How's it going, watching? I appreciate tuning in. Still a 1-score game. 24-15. Ooh. Got him. Great throw there by Tala. Great throw there. It was tipped up in the air. The amount of breaks that DC has gotten today. 3 for 3 on 3rd down. That drive. The drop pick 6 by Meters. The throw by Wilkins across his body for no reason. Yeah, that shall be big result. Oh, absolutely. That's a big confidence boost. At minimum, he's going to birdie. Yeah, these games today are popping up. They are. This has been a fun day. This has been a fun day for sports. McElroy, I mean, he'll have, I'd say 8 feet for birdie, for eagle. At worst, he's 2-putting this. At worst, he's got the lead. And he just has to get out of his own head. I'll close the poll here. 45% I think Rory wins this. That's still a 1-score game. Nice trip by Scheffler. Kickoff here. Fielded at the goal line. Touchback. Gary Jennings. And because that ball started landing on the goal line, St. Louis can have the ball to 35. So good field position here. Every time it's Simmons, I think of Grandma Simpson mixed it with dialogue about Lisa with Malibu Sissy. Yep. St. Louis, 2-point tie? No, 3-point. They're down by 9. They're down by 9 points. First down, Wilkins. It's 4-down territory at this point. Pass caught by Sailors down to the 38. That'll take us to a 2-minute warning. Well, Justin Rose, big shot here. 2nd and 8. They're going to get the playoff for the 2-minute warning. They send 4. Wilkins has time. Going to look to throw on the run. It's caught down the sideline. Sailors once again goes out of bounds after a gain of 5. Pushed out of bounds by Michael Ojimita, who had a pick earlier in this game. 3rd and 2. We go to the 2-minute warning. 24-15. Rose gets on the green, but it's going to be a long putt. For Bird. Clippers up by 3. 3rd and 2. In the first cut is Oberg. Gets it through the tree. That one. It's to be a long putt, but should be good for par. A long putt. It's going to be a tough birdie, but should be able to get close enough for par. Not bad considering the line on the first cut. 3 for Harden. That one is good. Clippers up by 6. What a shot by Harden with a man in his face. We're at the 2-minute warning here. Form records 16. Nope, 48. All right. Curry doubled. Bad pass here, though. Corner 3 open for the Warriors. That one's good. 3-point game. 3-point game. Beeks gets the strikeout on Churio. They were 39.5. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay, if you like what we see, folks, hit that like button down below. Subscribe. We got a lot taking place right now all at the same time. This has been one of the wildest days of sports. It's been incredible. Clippers call timeout. All right, the putt here by DeChambeau for par. Got to hit this to have any chance at staying alive. Got wet on the approach on 2. Can he bounce back with a par? He does. Beautiful pace on that one. DeChambeau stays at 7 under. He still stays alive. What was the win the plan? Wow. They beat up on the Jazz. Wasn't good the first half, but second half, man. McIlroy. He's got about 8 feet for eagle. Worst case should be a bird. Either way, he'll have the lead. It's a beautiful second shot. The best approaches we've seen. This putt, it is breaking wide left. Not even close, but he is within a foot for bird. So McIlroy will get the lead. But it will be a 1-stroke, not a 2-stroke lead going into the final 3. The iconic 16th coming up. The par 3 where legends are made of. He bounces back after a double bogey and a bogey with a bird. The final 3 of the second 9. McIlroy up by 1. Yeah, Grizzlies, I don't know what they were thinking. Well, 3rd down for the Battlehawks. 4 down territory here. Back underway. Mavs still make the playoffs? Yeah, no, they're in the playing round. They're in. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Wilkins takes the snap. They send 4. Wilkins, plenty of time. Resets his feet. Gonna take off and run. He's got the first. Dives ahead to the 45. Needed 2 and got... Actually, I don't know where that spot's gonna be. I don't know where they're gonna spot that. Wasn't the prettiest dive. I thought he got the first. Clock is still running, though. They giving it to him? They are not. No, 4th and inches. Now they might measure. Now they might measure this. I thought he got the first. They do give him the first, yes. They got to reset the clock now. The clock should not have been run that entire time. Oberg, long putt for bird. About 30 feet. A lot of pace on that one. He goes way past the cup. Way past the cup there. As that ball is picked off by Kidd. Back-to-back drives ending in a pick. Sam Kidd gets the interception. The 4th turnover of the game for the Battlehawks. Wilkins was looking to the sideline on an out route. Kidd undercuts it. DC's got it. And 1 first down should end this thing. One first down should be it. Not over yet, but awfully close with 1:37. Manny Wilkins. An absolute stinker for him after 2 solid games. The first 2 times out, DC goes into the St. Louis. And they are 1 first down away from ending this thing. Handoff. Smith down to the 40. Gain of 8. Timeout, St. Louis. They'll have 2 left. 2nd and 2. McElroy teeing off here. The tee shot. That's pretty good. Will it get the roll off the back of the green? That's going to get a little bit of a roll. Not a lot, but he'll have that 2-putt for par. No. Oh, wait. They're not calling timeout. Holy cow. They're not calling timeout. They're not calling timeout. Not that it matters. DC just got a first down on the ground down to the 36. And now they'll call one. But that should be it. DeChambeau. His shot here. St. Louis 4 turnovers today. Big reason why they lost this game. Right where Rory is. He's going to get a really good roll here. Got a much better chance at birdie there. Yeah, Wilkins, not a good day for the former ASU quarterback. First down at the 36 for DC. They can basically run this thing out. Teamu, the give. Smith to the 35. Brought down there, timeout. Gain of 1. Got 1 left. Now 121 was since in the Clippers game. St. Louis is with their first loss of the season. They got Arlington on Saturday. DC plays Easter Sunday against San Antonio. We're on the call for both those games. The second game of a 5-game stretch where they got 4 games in the Dome. What a shot by Rose! What a putt by Rose! Handoff there, bottled up, loss of 5. What a putt by Rose! A long putt there, got it to go. And Rose finishes as the leader in the clubhouse. Fans starting to leave. Yep, seems that way. The Dome is emptying. Rose, a phenomenal second 9. 4 under on the second. 6 under on the day. What a putt. Probably like 25 feet. Is there a number you only think because of White's success? Oh, wow. 3rd and 11. Ball at the 38-yard line. Handoff here. Jackson. Down to the 33. We'll see if they try a field goal here, if they go for it. After how badly McCray missed on the last one. DC, barring anything crazy, lost their coach a week before the season started. About to go to 3-0. We're going to sign off after this game is done. We'll be on the call for the Cubs game later tonight. 7 seconds on the game clock. So we'll be on the call for the Cubs game later tonight. McElroy misses his birdie, but is a foot away for par. Easy tap in there, 11 under. Going to the final 2 holes. 11's the score to beat. Rose will stay warm on the range. Knowing what hangs in the balance. Golden State foul and 121-119. They'll go to the free throw line. Oberg for par. Got that from about 12 feet. Misses. Broke too much. Past the right side of the hole. He'll drop to 9. McCrane will line up for the field goal. He hits this, it's ball game. If not, St. Louis has a chance. A prayer of a chance, but a chance nonetheless. Hit this, it's ball game. DC ticket safety. No, not from this far out. It's too risky. At the 33, at their own 33, yes. Yes, absolutely. From the other team's 33, no. Too risky. Way too risky. Let's run that far back. 50 yards from McCrane. Missed badly his last time out. He will not miss here. That's your ball game. DC 27. St. Louis 15, your final. The over hits. And the Defenders will become the only team to start the season 3-0. They'll take on the winless Brahmas on Easter Sunday to try and get to 4-0 and stay first place in the XFL Conference. All right, appreciate you guys tuning in. I will see you guys in about 40 minutes for the Cubs-Dodgers game. Thank you guys for tuning in. JG9 signing off, and I will see you guys later